Good afternoon. I am Joe Hunk, and former Vanderbilt Commodore Tyler Steen has made his decision. The former offensive lineman for the Vanderbilt Commodores entered the transfer portal after the season, and earlier today he announced that he will, in fact, be transferring to the Alabama Crimson Tide after a lot of speculation. When it comes to the Preds, they are back on home ice tonight against the San Jose Sharks. Puck drops at 7 p.m., and right now the Preds are still holding firm as the top wildcard team in the Western Conference, but there's only 10 games remaining. And the Memphis Grizzlies may not be playing tonight, but a team that they will be playing is. That would be that the play-in tournament has started or will start tonight, and the Clippers will be taking on the Timberwolves on TNT at 8:30. The winner of that game will go on to play Memphis in the first round of the NBA playoffs on Saturday. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, and home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. What up, Nashville? It is a beautiful day in the Music City. Brett Doherty with you. And literally, Don Davenport, right before I opened my mic, said, "Don't screw it up."
Don't screw it up, Mayor.
Number one, she says she's going to be a few minutes late. She comes flying in here.
I'm on, my doctor's on his game. He was actually on time.
Your blonde locks flying through the air, just flowing. It's not straight either. What's going on with you?
Because I had a baby, and then my freaking hair changed, and now it's curly all of a sudden, and there's nothing I can do with it, and it just looks trashy, and I just have to embrace the trash.
T-shirt.
If you would like to see the trash, Zone TV, Twitter, Facebook Live, YouTube, Twitch.
Twitch, please.
I remember having the conversation with you. You were like, you had Hadley, and you were like, I never get, like, what is going on? You were sneezing or something, and I'm like, allergies. And you're like, I've never had allergies in my life. I'm like, yeah, but you had a baby. That changes, like, the physical composition of what's going on with you.
Apparently, it changes everything.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like, I have black circles that never go away. I have curly hair. I'm like...
You suddenly want Naomi all the time?
Yes. I mean, I just told you not to screw it up coming into the show. All of a sudden,
literally the first thing she said to me.
Zero, you know what's given... Like, I do. I feel like... We can ask Slay what he thinks. I feel like I have progressively gotten more into the, like, not really giving as many.
Slay.
Ron Slay!
Giving as many what, man?
Hey, I'm in the building. Best believe I'm in the building.
You trying to get me fired? I'm in the building.
Let's go, baby.
What if Cam Newton were on the show?
Oh,
Like
that would be
3HL with
entertaining.
Brett Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay, and Cam Newton.
Woo.
Yeah. It'll be a good show. It'll be a really good show. It will be a really
Has
good
he
show.
made a statement?
Babs would constantly be going at him
I would constantly go at him.
because he would tell you to be quiet.
You need to know when to be quiet, Babs.
I'm not going to lie. I have been told that before.
Wait. By like parental type people or dating type people or
I mean,
husband
probably
type
all
people?
of the above.
or-
Like, I mean, I think my husband tells me that, like, in a very nice way. Like, you don't necessarily have to tell everybody how you feel all the time.
Sometimes you do, Babs.
Sometimes you do, right?
Listen, here's a question. You guys might want to jump in because we're going to spend some time on this. Who do you want the Titans to take with their first pick? Yes, we are going down that path.
Why
I
not?
mean, we're like 2 weeks away from the
it's
draft.
time.
2 weeks
It's
from
time.
Thursday. So the reason why I put it that way is maybe you want them to trade up because you love a guy that's going to go higher than 26. Maybe you want them to trade back because they don't have a second-round pick. Maybe you think, like I do, that there are a ton of wide receivers, and that is a strong position of need for this team, and maybe you could move back and still get two very capable wide receivers that can help you immediately.
You know what I think?
Maybe you want them to move up because there's a quarterback you have your eye on.
If they took a quarterback, which guy would you want? That's another question.
I got a question for Babs on that one.
See, I don't have the answer. No, I probably have you. I don't
Not
know.
having an answer?
Yeah, wait a minute, Babs. Hey,
I don't even know the question yet.
Although, not having
like
an
Charles
answer
Oakley, man.
off the top of your head, maybe is your answer. That could
Sorry,
be the best answer.
what I meant was I don't have an answer for Brent's question.
Okay.
Maybe I'll have one for you. I
I
don't
think
know.
you got one for me.
Tara on Twitter, you can reach us that way at 3HL1045. Maybe you're sitting in a quiet office space and you've got us in headphones and hopefully you're laughing and people are wondering what the hell you're doing because numbers aren't that funny.
Oh, like work numbers?
Right.
Sometimes we're not that funny either.
Right.
This is true.
So
We know that.
yeah, I mean, a lot of people deal with data entry, things like that, work with numbers. So you can tweet us. And like maybe you can't call in, but you can tweet us at 3HL1045. We spend a lot of time on that medium. In fact, I have it open in front of me at all times. Slay has his own TV open in front of him at all times, as do I. But it's hard for me to keep up with that because it moves so fast. But Tara says at 3HL1045, I have naturally curly hair and this weather is not helping.
Oh, so that's why it's kind
You
of
do look like an 80s hair metal rock band frontman.
You know how I told you not to screw it up coming into the show? You just screwed it up. You just told me I look like I'm from the 80s. Like
You
I
know,
have
man.
crimped hair from the 80s or something. I quit.
Yesterday, I had to clarify that I didn't mean that you were in your 50s. So, yeah, we're headed down that. No,
Dawn, I think you look amazing.
Thank you.
you do look amazing. I'm not saying you look like, the guy from Twisted Sister. I'm just saying.
Twisted sister.
Hunk's good. Slay.
I'm laughing. Like, what is? I don't even know what Twisted Sister is.
Look it up.
Wait, seriously, man.
What is that guy's
How am
name?
I supposed to know what Twisted Sister is?
Why
Who
can't
are
I?
they?
Why can't I pull that name right now? I'm gonna tell you. I'm working on not much sleep. Here's what happened. This is the problem.
D. Snyder.
Dee Snyder, yes.
Dan Snyder.
Dee
He's in
Snyder.
trouble.
Dan Snyder's in trouble.
We're
Totally
gonna
different
talk about
Snyder.
numbers.
We're talking about
numbers.
fudging numbers.
We're gonna get to that. They who told the Federal Trade Commission?
Come on, why you say this? Babs look like this?
No,
Thank
I
you,
didn't.
Slay.
I didn't
Yeah,
say she
that's-
looked like
yes,
that,
you
but
did.
that's what made me go down the.
Do you see why I told him he just
I do.
screwed it up?
I do.
I'm not making it out of this show alive.
By the way,
What's wrong with you?
I'm also wearing my Marty McFly vest, so
just
have
for
fun.
your mental picture, it's like fro, blonde, like not quite curly, just like rat's nest looking hair. That's where we are.
It's out there. You got a lot of it. I didn't realize you had that much hair.
I wasn't talking about mine. I was talking about his in the picture.
I just showed it
Gosh.
to the people.
I mean, is he just like?
That's a big hair
I mean,
on there.
he's like digging out his grave with a bulldozer, not
He
a
ready to
shovel.
go.
Dawn, I think you look fantastic.
Yeah.
Here's the problem.
That's Sister Jean train.
I dove down,
Going straight to hell.
Sister Jean. I dove down a path last night. Boy,
Yeah. Why did you not sleep?
there was a Netflix rat hole I went down. The show is produced by Nick Lachey and his wife Vanessa, whoever, and it's called the
Vanessa Williams.
Oh,
No, it's Vanessa Hutchinson.
Hutchins.
Or
Hutchins.
Hutchins or something like that.
She
Yeah.
changed her name?
Oh yeah, not Williams.
No,
Hutchinson.
Vanessa Williams
But
was
she's
the
a
other
former. But she's a former Miss USA.
Both
Yeah.
of them are.
yeah,
Oh, they
of them
both are?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why I
Vanessa
said
Williams is
Williams.
like
Yeah.
70 years old.
I'm about to say somewhere.
You're
Blaine
right.
just
She's-
his ears
45.
perked up.
Yeah, sorry.
She's like Diane Sawyer. Those two,
Yeah.
most attractive 70-year-old women in the world.
Okay, go ahead.
That was not on the list today. I went down this rabbit hole of
No,
and I called
Vanessa
it
Manillo.
Manila.
Manillo.
Yeah.
Okay, I was gonna say, but yeah, she is a former Miss USA.
Nope.
Go ahead.
John Mayer dated Vanessa Hutchins. Is that true?
Possibly.
Usually, if I have to ask a question about somebody, they're dead. So hopefully, she's alive and well. The show is called The Ultimatum, and so like these four couples, I think it's four, are like in a rut in their relationship. So one of them challenges the other to, like, they give them the ultimatum, like, we're going to go on this show to find out if we are really meant to be. So they end up like talking with the other members that are also there. So like dude with his girl ends up talking to the other three girls that are there with their dudes, right? Like, so everybody's talking to everybody and they're trying to figure out if they have a match with somebody else.
Wait, is this
or
a reality?
Their significant other, yeah.
This is real.
show?
It's spectacularly bad.
That's
I mean, just
what you went down.
I couldn't quit. I even made another drink.
Oh, jeez.
Wow.
I was waiting for Slay's Wordle message at 12:30.
Man, last night I had a problem last night.
We all do Wordle every day, and we compete with each
fell
other.
asleep. That's what the problem.
Don's two-day win streak was snapped
I
today.
was like, what?
Me and Hunk.
That was
No,
a dumb
I was-
word. That was
Got
a
it.
dumb word today.
Yeah,
I was
don't give it out.
dominating for 2 days.
2
That was
days.
dumb.
she
I
had
don't
it.
think I ever dominate. I just come into the party to start it.
Well, you come in first, so
I come in with a drink and throw the bottle in there and leave, I guess.
what happened last night? And then we'll get to the top.
I was watching Get Out, and then fell asleep on that, laughing at that, and then I went to sleep.
But see, when you
That's
what was
it.
on
That's
when you
about
woke
it.
up? Because sometimes.
we put it on the YouTube channel on the rain,
okay.
the rain station.
All right.
But we didn't even need it because the rain and the thunder was coming.
Yeah, sure was this morning.
It woke me up before my alarm.
I hope
this morning.
everybody's safe with like flooding that everyone was dealing
And
with.
Lil Ron
lightning, man, this
Let me
morning.
tell you about these kids. Go ahead.
No, I wasn't gonna say anything.
Let me tell you about these kids, man. These kids today, kids today, if you in the car today, hey, man, listen, man. You got to tough it out through some things, man. This Uncle Ron speaking to you. You hear me? This ain't even Big Slay or Uncle Slay or nothing. This Uncle Ron. Y'all got to tough some things out, man. Like, y'all, hey, I'm talking to my kid, too. Man, y'all look too spoiled, man. Let me tell you what this man walked in there and asked me this morning.
Oh, Lil Ron.
Yeah, man.
All right.
This brother coming there with his sweats on, no top on, just his undershirt. Wake me up. Hey, Dad. I'm like, what's up, man? It ain't any time for me to get up. I don't get up to my alarm.
Keep in mind, Lil Ron is the best kid ever.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
to
mean-
y'all. Lil
y'all.
Ron, this man wake me up. Hey, Dad. I'm like, what's up, man? You think we got to go to school today because it's flooding? I said, dude, first of all, it ain't flooding. What are you talking about?
Yeah, it was.
It's raining really hard and the backyard looks flooded. Dude, what they got to do with you getting on the bus and going to school? Like, get out of here, man.
Are you having school in the backyard?
Man, get out of here. Like, what we doing, man?
I mean,
Like, how's that even a thought? Rain?
My
in
kids asked
his
that question too.
defense,
Babsy rain.
I'm just saying, in
They've done
his
it.
defense,
They've
they
done it.
cancel bus
Yeah.
routes because of flooding to
Get
keep
outta
the kids
here.
safe. So little Ron isn't wrong.
It was wrong in my eyes. In my one eye.
I thought you were
couldn't
going to say,
overboard.
he was going to say, will you drive me to the corner bus stop and
Oh,
let
no,
me
he-
sit in the car so I don't get wet?
No, that's what I choose to do. He can't wait to run out there and get in the rain, snow,
Okay.
all that.
All of
yeah,
it.
he cool.
Just
with it.
slide down the hill. All right, when we come back, who do you want the Titans to take with their first pick? Also, Kevin and Franklin has a D. Snyder topic. That's interesting. All right, we'll be right back. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
What up, people? What's happening? Ron Slay here.
Don't mess it up, Mayor.
I can't. You just did it. 2430 Gallons of Bike North. Music City Autoplex is the place to be. MusicCityAutoplex.com if you're not comfortable with walking in the dealership. See, they can hit you on all aspects of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you may not want to go into the dealership, into this nice, beautiful showroom that they got. You know, and they're expanding the showroom too. But if you don't want to go, you can go on to MusicCityAutoplex.com and see everything that they got as far as inventory, financing options, anything you can think of. This is where you go. But right now, you got to keep in mind, they've done it again. They've doubled their business from last year. So things are going up. Things are moving up. They got the most pre-owned inventory that any independent dealer in Middle Tennessee, more than any independent dealer in Tennessee, and will keep more than any independent dealer in Tennessee. And now they're increasing that. All this to better serve you. Now, when it comes to your next pre-owned vehicle, there's no need to go anywhere else. Music City Autoplex is the one-stop shop. This is all the mayor's fault.
It is my fault.
Go to Music City Autoplex, people. Go get your car.
Brentwood Jewelry. That's where you need to go for any of your gifting responsibilities. And in fact, just have these guys on retainer, so to speak, without fee, until they pick out something perfect for your special someone. You've got graduation coming up potentially for you. Mother's Day, birthdays, anniversaries, Christmas, all of the holidays, as Slay will tell you, that women get them all. Right, Babs? Spring is the time for the perfect proposal. And Brentwood Jewelry can help take stress out of selecting that special engagement ring. Browse their incredible selection of one-of-a-kind rings or talk with their custom design specialist to create a stunning ring as remarkable as your loved one. Brentwood Jewelry can help you find a beautiful ring in your ideal budget. Brentwood Jewelry, located in the heart of Brentwood on Church Street, just off Franklin Road. You can check them out online at brentwoodjewelry.com. In a time when supporting local is imperative, shop Brentwood Jewelry, your family-owned and operated jewelry store for more than 50 years. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day. Check them out online, brentwoodjewelry.com. Three Tower 1045 The Zone. The immortal D. Snyder. Babs' favorite 80s metal band.
Oh, this they song?
Yeah.
Yes, because Josh Carey on Twitter is on his game and said, be very careful, Brent. Babs ain't going to take it anymore. Well played. Well played, Josh.
Really can't remember the last time you looked at me and said my first name.
Brent.
And put an extra syllable in it.
With the B.
With a B. Brent with a B. Joe Hunk put out a tweet from earlier in the show. Dawn Davenport TNS, she walked in today. Quote, "Hey, at Brent Doherty, don't screw it up." I retweeted and wrote, I told her that we've had a run of good shows, so it was a fair response. Like, literally, don't say that right before you go on the air, right? Like, it's like, don't talk about the
I had only heard half the story, which is what you guys said on air. So I just thought she was just saying that when she walked in to just say it.
Tweets are on fire today. At 3HL1045. Cousin Adam, I said, so Dawn came in with her flowing locks that are not straight necessarily today. There's like there's a wave to what she's got going on. And now she put it in a ponytail.
Yeah, because I had to put it back. You told me I looked like a 80s rocker dude.
Rocker dude.
I said front man.
Sorry. An 80s front man. That makes it better.
I didn't say you looked like Dee Snider, but that's kind of what popped in my head. Far more attractive than Dee Snider, Dawn.
Oh, thanks.
Cousin Adam writes at 3HL1045, Dawn ain't going to take it. No, she ain't going to take it. Which is really funny. Appreciate the...
Y'all cameras are really clear.
The deal. So, somebody put out there on Twitter a fight in the Memphis-Tennessee game back in the day when it was Ron Slay and the guys.
Yeah.
99.
Going at Memphis.
What brought this up, first of all?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Oh, what brought up the fight?
Yeah, what brought up the conversation of the fight?
It didn't.
Oh.
It was just somebody, I sent it to you. Somebody put it on Twitter.
But what led to the fight back in the day?
Oh, we don't like them.
I know, you say it all the time.
Yeah, we don't.
It's on College Basketball Classics Twitter feed.
Yeah, we don't like them. They don't like us, and it's that easy. Then, listen, we were still in their prized possessions. We took Tony Harris from them. Yep.
Yeah, that's right.
We took Terrence Williams from
East.
them. Yep, Memphis East. Then Memphis Treadwells. Like, we were taking all of them.
Dane Bradshaw's from down there.
Dane Bradshaw.
Birmingham.
Like, Wayne Chisholm. Like, if you really cold from Memphis, you don't really go to Memphis. You come on up to Knoxville. I'm just keep it real with you.
So what led to the fight? You said we don't like them.
Yeah, we don't. We don't. But listen, we're going to talk we talk cash money trash.
Weren't you born in Memphis?
Yeah, I was. Yep.
So
but
did you
right
just
come that hospital?
Did you just come out the womb just screaming about how much you hate the Tigers?
Nah, they must have cut me with the umbilical cord with the wrong scissors or something. I just don't rock with them. I told them, give me back to Covington.
Can I just say, in this video, we will tweet.
I haven't seen it yet.
Okay.
I mean, I remember the fight, but yeah.
It's like you're about half the size of this guy.
Oh, dude was a big old dude.
Harris?
Yeah, he was a big boy.
He's a big.
They had big dudes.
Man.
Listen, man.
Hey.
Like.
And you're just going at him.
I'm ready.
And you're all skinny.
Because what I'm supposed to do? I can't do nothing.
Was Lorenzen Wright on that team?
No, that's older.
Okay.
So
God rest his soul.
Yeah, Paris London, Kelly Wise.
Oh, yeah.
It was Black
Harris,
that got
Earl
into it with him first.
CJ Black?
Yep.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What was Hathaway?
Who's a pretty big guy.
Involved?
Yeah. CJ about 6'9", about 250.
Was Hathaway involved?
No, I mean, it was just me and CJ on the court. But people don't understand.
Because if you're on the bench, you can't come on the court.
Right. You better not. But we talking. And I'm not going back to my bench and not standing up for my people.
Not protecting your
not
teammate.
protecting my guys. No, I'm rolling with you.
So, like, if another radio crew just walked up when we got off the air and just walked up into the parking lot,
well,
you'd
like
have
Anchorman.
You'd have our back.
Like the NAACP, right or wrong. I'm riding with you. We'll discuss it later when we get in the car. It is what it is.
In the show right there.
I'm just letting you know.
Join us tomorrow where we will be
Yeah.
joined.
Coming up next, dead air for 2.5 hours.
We can talk about who was really wrong when we get in the car. But out here in front of everybody, nah, what's up? 3HL versus everybody. 104.5 versus everybody.
Anchor, man. That's so funny.
We're going to make 92 Q-Chews. What station y'all rolling with? Y'all rolling with Cumulus? What y'all going to do? Shoot. Ain't no passes out here.
So how did the fight end? Did anybody swing at anybody?
Nah, CJ stole on Harris. No, CJ mugged Harris in the face to get him off of him. Then Harris took a swing at him. Then I run up on Harris, and then the referee jump in between. But what they don't show, the reason Kelly Wise and Paris London and all them got thrown out, going into halftime right there in the tunnel, we had to go through the same tunnel. We got into it in the tunnel. So, and then that's when it ended. Then that's when we went on.
Y'all were always ready. I mean, we've told the Maui story.
Man, I'm telling you, black glove, man. We had to roll with a black glove.
And no one asked you why you guys always walked around with black gloves on.
Nope.
That meant you were ready to go.
Yeah, no prints. Just gonna whoop them up and get them out of here. Yeah.
No prints.
No prints, baby.
Why didn't nobody ask you about that? Because you would have had that as a response, and it would have just gone everywhere.
Everybody I call, if we put them on the show and I ask them what the black gloves mean, they're going to say it's our basketball team. That's how we roll.
Kevin in Franklin has something about D. Snyder. Kevin, what's up?
Uh-oh.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
What's happening, Kevin?
So, my ex-wife worked in radio here in Nashville, and early 2000, she got a job offer, so we moved to Connecticut. So she worked in Hartford, we lived in Manchester. So we lived in this lofted apartment complex, and it had an elevator.
Yeah.
So after about three times going to the grocery store, old Kev here hustled him up a shopping cart in the back of my Jeep and took it back to the apartment complex. So this is the next time I'm unloading my groceries into my shopping cart, and this hot pink Jeep Wrangler pulls up, hot pink with a white top. The door opens, this hair flowing, tall, 6'6", whatever, and I was like, what in the world is this? So leather, boots. So we get in together, and we end up riding the elevator up, and I'm looking, and I was like, dude, are you freaking D. Snyder? And he was like, yes, I am. And I was like, dude, man, I grew up to you, man, 85 through whatever. So anyway, he lives like 2 doors down from me, and comes to find out he was doing a radio show in Hartford, and he ended up knowing my wife at the time. So him and I became buddies, man. He was a cool dude, weird, all into this horror film stuff, and he'd just come out with his own horror film and everything. He had like life-size mannequins of like Jason Voorhees.
Yeah.
It was crazy, but dude ended up being cool, and it doesn't matter if Don puts it in a ponytail or not. He did too. Y'all have a great afternoon.
Rack him.
Awesome.
Hey, that's what's up.
What was the best part of that call? I mean, my man stole a shopping cart, right? And then he's going to put his groceries in the stolen shopping cart. I mean, that's low-key, like, lost in the whole thing.
Yeah.
And then D. Snyder, the fact that D. Snyder's like 6'6" or whatever he is, I knew he was big. I don't know. And then you're wearing, like, leather, like, lifted shoes and all that stuff.
With a hot
Boots.
pink Jeep and a white top. That's what stood out to me.
I mean, he was nice. Dude was weird, but he was nice.
Oh, my goodness.
615-737-1045 at the RHL 1045. Hit us there. What do you want the Titans to do with their first pick? What do you want them to do?
You going around the room, or you want to ask me, or you want to ask
Whoever wants to go, go.
Slay, go.
Okay, I'm going to go.
You going to go?
Yeah, I think I'm going to get on out of here. Y'all have a good one. Who do you want the Titans to pick? So I'm torn in, do you pick best available when it gets there, or is it trumped by need? So looking at it before the show.
It's a very popular question.
You know what I'm saying? And Jordan Davis is around 25th to 28, somewhere in there. Titans have the 26th
You
pick.
love Jordan Davis.
Dude, when he walked up to the table, I told y'all.
See, I know,
God.
but
That is. But what, Babsy?
I just what Greg Cosell says about what the tape shows about him really stands out to me, and it keeps coming back to haunt.
Totally understand
What he said,
that.
for those that missed it, was he is not on the field for third down.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So this is my question.
Except when
And he
Alabama
didn't
ran the
have to
hurry
be.
up
I
offense.
get it. But a guy that big and that athletic,
Is it a waste?
yes.
This is the question. You know what he is, and if trained the right way, behind a guy like Jeffrey Simmons and him being a rotational guy, like Earl said earlier, that's all right.
That's where Slay's got me on this pick, because you're not drafting him to be Jeffrey Simmons. You're drafting him to be rotational guy.
Yeah.
And rotational Jordan Davis
Oh, my God.
could be very destructive.
Oh, my gosh. Okay, so there, you got that. Burt is my other guy, the receiver. Burks. Treylon.
Treylon Burks.
Oh,
I thought
Burks.
you were talking about
Burks.
Burton.
I thought you said Bert.
Burks, I'm here.
What we drafting, Bert?
You ever been to see, Hunk, you would have loved Burt's I'm here. It was a downtown little clothing store, man. If you go in there and say, Burt's I'm here, kind of like I'm in the building. They give you half off, a percentage off your clothes.
Burt's I'm here, get you half off?
Yeah, I think it was
amazing.
half off. It was or a percentage. I don't know what it was, but anyway, Treylon Burks. I like him,
I do too.
but the way the receivers can be snatched after Jameson Williams and the other kid from the other two receivers from
Mechie.
Ohio State,
Oh, Olave.
Olave. See, that's why I just give you what school they're from. Like,
Well, the other guy.
Pronunciation is a
Who's
little
the other
hard.
guy? He's going like
Wilson.
so high that
Yeah, going
Wilson.
high.
Yeah.
So that means coming down would be hopefully Jameson Williams, fingers crossed. Burks, fingers crossed. But if you don't get them, I think you got to hurry up and scramble and get out of that spot. I'm not with going to get who it looks like could be Desmond Ridder or Howell.
I don't want
I'm
any
cool.
part of Sam Howell.
I'm solid
I'm gonna go ahead
with
and tell you
Ridder
right now.
I'm solid with him. This is the question I was going to ask you, Babs. So if you had to take Howell
Did you see that blonde hair?
and
just
whip it. So if you got to take Sam Howell, who you got to see personally this year, is that a backup behind Tannehill, learn, first-round draft pick? Our future will lie in his hands if we can bring him along.
Absolutely not.
Get me out of this spot.
100% no. I worked the Duke Carolina game.
Yeah. This was early in the season too, right?
Not impressed. I'm trying to remember.
Everyone I've talked to has said the same thing
Like,
about Sam Howell.
Not impressed.
And look, we've got Mike Detillier on tomorrow. We may ask him about him,
Right.
but you only get limited questions with Mike because he goes on and on, which is great.
Yeah.
But his thing on Sam Howell was he was great when he had 3 NFL receivers, and then last year he didn't have that, and he wasn't.
Now, let me say
wasn't
this. That offensive line was an absolute disaster.
Okay.
Like, talking to Mac Brown before the game, I knew it was a disaster, and he switched his starters at halftime.
Okay.
Like, because that offensive line struggled so bad. So I think you have to keep that in mind, that there were pieces missing protection-wise for him, but there was... speaking to him, that's the only impression he left on me. Like, he's a great guy, leader, all of that. But as far as on the field skill wise, I don't even think. No,
So
I don't even think he's a backup.
Okay, so this is what I've given you. Best available, who I would, if it was Jordan Davis, that's who I would take.
That could be a right tackle. That could be a quarterback.
But this, right.
Or that could be Jordan
Or
Davis.
it could be Jordan Davis.
a cornerback.
Burks is who I would go get.
Okay.
You would want Burks.
I would want Burks. The glaring that's just popping off the film to me, you got to go offensive line, but I'm so
shook.
oh.
Titans fans are shook.
From the
with
last
offensive
2
line.
years, I'm so shook. I'm scared for them to pick it. I feel like I'm going and they're blindfolded, and it's Russian roulette. And I don't know what's going to happen. It could be $1 million pop out the gun, or it could be the silver bullet, and I can just exit on out of here.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I won't slow you down.
He's out the building.
So I mean, that's my 3. That's my 3 things. So my that best available Jordan Davis. Burks is who I want. O-line is what we need. But I'm nervous about that.
Rico on YouTube, whatever we've done in the past, do the exact opposite.
Okay. Oh.
And
A lot of people are jokingly, but not jokingly, saying, please give me the uninjured guy.
Man, you laughing to keep from crying in this situation because you're scarred. We
But
got
here's the
scar
thing.
tissue underneath this,
Here's
man.
the thing. 5 years from now, if Caleb Farley is legit, then you've got Caleb Farley and Big Jeff that turned out, big picture, great picks. Like, you just don't know yet on that deal.
Can I make this
It's
point,
an easy
though?
joke, though.
It is an easy joke, but can I also make this point that your team right now is in a much different position than maybe 2 years ago?
Very true.
Because it's with your personnel, your quarterback, your running back that's signed, Big Jeff, AJ Brown still on their, rookie deals. Hopefully, obviously, AJ Brown will be a long-term deal. But your team is in a place where you need to win now.
Right.
And you have some holes and pieces that you need.
Right.
So I know that best available is how a lot of teams look and think if you're outside of like quarterback.
Isn't that safe coming from where we come from just snatching guys and going out there risking?
I get that, but I think this franchise is in a position to where it's this year. Yeah. This is your year. This is your chance. But I felt like last year was the chance. This is your chance. You got to find a piece that can step in immediately if you're going to draft there.
I feel like John Robinson's doing a pretty good job of not putting himself into this is the win or bust year hole. Like, I think that he is developing a roster in a big picture sense that has a legit chance. Now,
I don't
obviously,
disagree with
what
that.
you do at quarterback after Ryan Tannehill will have a lot to say about all that.
Yeah.
But like, if they take Treylon Burks, for example, I mean, that's AJ after AJ. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. In the chat on YouTube, go ahead.
I think to clarify, I think my point is this. I'm not saying that after this year you're a disaster. Mm-hmm. I'm saying that this is your best year, your best bet to go do it right now.
Stop at the big picture, down the road picks.
Right.
Still feels a piece or two away to make it get over the hump.
Yeah. Adam on YouTube, Dawn's a twisted sister when Cam speaks. That is true. Hit us there. Zone TV. You can watch us on Twitter, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. A lot of people in the chat right now. Appreciate that. Coming up next, Allan Bell. We'll talk some sports gambling with him, and then we'll dive right back into this topic at 4 o'clock. I got a bunch of wide receivers that I'm interested in, and I would make multiple wide receiver picks in this draft, and my bet is that they will too. We'll talk about that in the 4 o'clock hour, but Allan Bell next on 104.5 The Zone. Action247.com, bet local. That's how you do it. These guys are the only local legal sportsbook in the state of Tennessee. Had a blast with all of my Masters misses. But you've got NHL, you've got NBA, you've got Major League Baseball, and you've got all kinds of creative ways to bet all of those things. Just make sure you do it responsibly. That's my personal message. Action247.com. Get signed up today. They've got all kinds of promotions going on all the time, and you'll see that when you get signed up. Through emails that they send you for what they have going on that particular day. Download the apps. That's the easiest way to do it. That way you have it right there on your smartphone, and you can check point spreads all the time. And maybe you'll fall in love with betting the NHL like Ron Slay has done. I kind of picked my poison there. But anyway, you can become an expert. Action247.com. Make sure you get it done, and let me know when you have something that you feel really strongly about. You can tweet me at Brent Doherty. Gambling problem, call the Tennessee Red Line, 1-800-889-9789. Josh Dobbs to the Cleveland Browns, and you're never going to believe where Anthony Firkser signed. The Atlanta Falcons. See, you get news even during commercial breaks. Go to Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. That's where you need to go to get that next new vehicle. Go see my friends, Ken Gupton, Daniel Gupton, all the guys at Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. They are there waiting for you, waiting to help you get in that next new vehicle, whatever you think you might be looking for. Car, truck, SUV, or Jeep. They've got Sprinters as well if you need all that room. Maybe you have like 8 kids and you need a Sprinter. They've got you covered right there on the lot. They've got a ton of them. as a matter of fact. So try to figure it out with the help from the guys at Gupton. Go take your test drive, ask your questions. They will help you with the answers, and there will be no pressure at all because they simply want what you want. You in the vehicle that's right for you. That's it. It's the only goal. So go see my friends at Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. 3450 Tom Austin Highway in Springfield, Tennessee, about 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Check them out online, GuptonMotors.com. That's Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. HL 1045 The Zone. Slay always says he has to go pay the water bill. So
Hey.
I had to do that. And I was watching Narcos Mexico, and the guy said, I got to go
You
pay the
were
water
on last
bill.
night.
I'm like, man, it's really funny. Allan Bell joins us. We get back into the Titans and who you want the Titans to take with their first pick. And I'm not saying pick 26 because maybe you want them to trade up, maybe you want them to trade back.
And the question is, who do you, YOU, want to take? So let us know why you want them to take that, and carry on.
Allan Bell, let's start there.
I'm taking whatever AB got.
Who do you want the Titans to take with their first pick, AB?
Well, first, I appreciate you guys having me back. Look, I don't even have to get specific with a name. Like, I just want someone on offense, a tight end, wide receiver. I do not care. Like, I think this team is built and good to do what they need to do. They just got to put up points. So whoever's going to do that, do it, right? Like, I think that going offense is not going to hurt this team at all. It's only going to help.
I think you need multiple wide receivers that can help you immediately, slot guy and down the field burner guy. That's what I want.
Agreed. I completely agree. Yeah.
Obviously, you do need that tight end threat because, look, I mean, think about it. When does this offense work best? When it has that down the field vertical threat at tight end that they had with Delaney Walker that they just couldn't replace.
100%. Yeah. And the way tight ends are built now, like, you're not only getting a guy who can, be a playmaker at a skill position, he can help block on the offensive line too. Right. So, yeah, like, I'm not opposed to finding that tight end or finding multiple of them. Because, again, like, that, you get a guy who can essentially play two positions. Yeah. Now you're looking.
AB, so I bet the Masters and I loved it. I love the day-to-day, like, match play where you could bet one guy against another. I love that. But in terms of winners, like Rory McIlroy, just keep that 64 in your bag, bro, because you had already lost the tournament. I don't want that out there because I had him to win. I could have won like $2,500.
I know, right? Like, it's one of those to where all weekend you're like, come on, dude. Like, I can't believe I blew this pick. And then on Sunday you're like, okay, great. Now you're lights out.
Yeah.
But you're still not going to win the tournament.
Yeah,
like,
why didn't you do this Thursday, bro, and give yourself some confidence?
Yeah, it would be the equivalent of, like, if I had that bet, like, as I'm ripping up the paper, you come over to my house and slap me in the face for no reason. Like, that's what
How'd you do on your Masters stuff?
Not well, I'll be honest with you. Yeah. I was putting on Adam Scott. Like, I really thought that he was going to have a big tournament. So I took him, like you were saying, and, like, multiple different, like, match play, style bets. I had him, like, plus 650 in a prop bet to finish highest of, previous Masters winners. And he didn't have a good weekend at all. So, yeah, like, it wasn't a great tournament.
I can't bet belly putter guy. I just can't do it because they piss me off. I'm like, putt like everybody else puts.
I know. Like, if you go with a belly putter and you're not putting well, we should be able to make you, like, play the next day with, like, one of those putt putters. Let's go do that.
We have one of those.
The really short ones.
Yeah. With like a blue ball. You know what I mean? Like just one of those putt balls.
So what do you turn to now? Now that the Masters is over, NBA playoffs starting up, is that where you go?
Yeah, so we got 2 play-in NBA, games tonight. We got 2 tomorrow night as well. So, yeah, it's kind of like, when you go from conference tournaments to March Madness, like, it gets real, right? Mm-hmm. So, yeah, we got those 2 tonight, 2 tomorrow night. And Major League Baseball as well, man. Like, it's been very profitable. Unders have been very, very profitable in regards to that as well. So, it's nice. And I'll say this real quick. Like, you can tell how much of an effect sports betting is having on all the other sports besides the NFL, because usually right now we would be crazy mode NFL drafts, and we're not even really talking about it, in regards to how we would, in previous years, because people are like, okay, we can just live day to day, watch NBA, MLB, and we'll get to the draft. So.
I actually made that comment yesterday. Yep. It's been really weird. Usually we overcover the Chiano out of that thing.
Oh, yeah. Like, by now, like, we're breaking down how guys tie their cleats. You know what I mean? Like, it's just out of control. So it's nice. Like, I like the effect that it's having for sure.
So what do you like? What do you like today? Is there anything specific today that we need to be on, AV? Is that where you were going, Slay?
Yes.
Well, yeah. So a couple plays. Like, I like the White Sox, their home opener today. I think that game has already started. It's about to start.
Damn it.
Tonight, looking at the games, look, like, I think the Nets at 8.5. I think that was a solid play. Now that it's like 9.5, 10, you kind of lost your value there. So you might want to look at props or team totals. But the Nets, look, they've won 4 straight games by 8 points or more. The Cavs, they're 3-9 against the spread. Their last 12. Like, talking about, comparing it to college basketball, like, teams that are not playing very well, it's hard to just turn that switch on, right? And you got a team in the Nets who are playing pretty well. So I think they do all right. And the Clippers, T-Wolves game tonight, I'm going with the under 230.5. I think that both of these teams might feel each other out in the first half. Again, like, you can't win the game in the first half, but you can certainly set yourself up to lose in the first half. And this, game, is obviously clearly important. So, yeah, like, I think that, an underplay on that might be the way to go.
Let me ask you this, AB. I was going to say the Titans. The Preds, they a 5-game homestand to close this thing out. Like, what we seeing with this? Is any value in the Preds right now?
Yeah, there's a ton. I mean, look, first off, it's an amazing season that they have had, right? And I think that you're going to see a team that's going to come out aggressive, come out, firing on the net. So, if you want to play, standard, Preds money lines, obviously pay attention to the juice. I think you're going to find value there. I think you're going to also find, value and kind of playing, team totals with them, right? Like, I would look to games if you can find, over 2.5 goals. Something like that. Like, I think this team is going to be doing it. Also, if you catch it and it's a money line where it's, really high, look at the matchup, and you might play them, minus 1.5 on the puck line as well. But I think you're going to see a really, really strong effort because this is the time to go, and they're going to be gearing themselves up. So, yeah, I like finding, stretches like this. Yeah.
Yeah, the Preds have a chance to get 2 40-goal scorers. They've never had
Tough
one.
man.
So that's cool. And I think they're going to be one of those teams where maybe people around the country haven't been paying attention. Maybe people in Nashville haven't been paying attention. But come playoff time, they're going to pepper the net.
I hope so, man.
You know?
I can't wait.
Yeah.
So I'm
I'm
with
with
you
it,
on
man,
that.
because it's tough to beat a team that's just putting in goals. Like,
Yeah.
and they're good. Defensively, they're good in the net. But, man, it's just tough to beat a team that's just bang, 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 putting them in. So, yeah, I agree completely.
And wasn't that what it was last year, AB? Like, we got in that playoff stretch, man. We just couldn't. We were playing good defense, but then just couldn't put the puck in the net. It was a
I
problem.
know, man. You can't put the biscuit in the basket, man. It's tough. Like, and you're trying to win 1-0 games, dude. That's hard, man. So, with the season they've had and the scores and, just pepper it up, man. Like, you're going to slide some through for sure.
Allan Bell, sportsline.com, at AllanBell247. On Twitter, watching your Twitter feed come through. What is it you're doing with baseball, where you're doing scoreless innings or will they score? And
Yeah. So, everybody loves baseball, but, being in Nashville, you might not have a team, or you might be a Braves fan or college fan, whatever. Like, I love live betting MLB games and betting it inning by inning and legitimately doing it. Will either team score a run? Yes or no? It's that simple, right? So we did it on opening day, and we took the first 4 games. We bet the first 2 innings, and then we bet every inning for the night game, the Braves game, right? So it's a ton of fun, and you kind of just live through it. You get to watch the games. You have some juice on it. So anybody out there, if you're looking for, how to bet a game, you want to watch some of it, like live betting innings is really nice because you could see the pitching. You could see the lineups that are coming up for the next inning. Yeah, it's a lot of fun for sure.
I love it. All right. What are people going to find on sportsline.com?
Yeah, we're breaking down, obviously, NBA, MLB, NHL, getting ready for the Kentucky Derby that's coming up at the beginning of next month. We've got all of our guys ready to go for that. So, yeah, really any sport that you're looking for. And we'll have USFL betting coming up. Like, we've got guys ready for that, too. So, yeah, sportsline.com. Legitimately, anything you're into sports-wise, yeah, we'll have you covered.
Yeah, hit Allan Bell up on Twitter. He will answer your tweets at Allan Bell 24/7. No more interactive a person out there on Twitter than Allan Bell. Thank you, AB. Good stuff, man. Appreciate you.
Hey, appreciate you guys. Thank you so much.
All right, going to dive right back into the Titans question. Who do you want them to take with their first pick? Rick and Doc will lead us off when we come back. We do have lines open. Jump on in there. You be the GM. 615-737-1045. Oh, man, terrible news. Gilbert Godfrey passed away. R.I.P. I just saw that on Twitter. Flooring projects. You need one. You got one. I've got the guys for you. Locally owned and operated by the Allan family. Buddy, Allan Carpet One. They've been there for more than 55 years. Zach, Jenna, and Judson Allen are in the store every day. Check them out in Donaldson. They've got all your questions they answered. They will be there every step of the way, including the installation. 2405 at Lebanon Pike, 615-883-3289. BuddyAllenCarpet1.com. Action247.com. You just heard some advice. You've got play-in games in the NBA coming up tonight. And might dive in. The Grizz get the winner of the Clippers T-Wolves, and that game will be game one will be Saturday. So looking forward to that, and looking forward to hearing from you about your picks in the NBA, the NHL, NASCAR. You can go drivers. That's always fun as well. Even if you're not a NASCAR fan, that's something to get behind and maybe pay attention to on a Sunday that you normally might not. Action247.com. Bet local with them. The only local legal sports book in the state of Tennessee. Action247.com. Get it done. Download the apps. That's the easiest way to do it. And then you can do all the in-game stuff that we were talking about earlier. And they've got all kinds of opportunities for you there. And it's easy for you to check it constantly, even while you work. Not that I would advise that. I'm just saying. Bet responsibly. Gambling problem? Call the Tennessee Red Line. 1-800-889-9789.
He had 34 receptions for 291 yards last season with 2 touchdowns, and Anthony Firkser is now heading to Atlanta as the former Titan just signed with the Falcons. When it comes to the Preds, tonight they are back on home ice as they are taking on the San Jose Sharks. Puck is going to drop at 7 p.m. over at Bridgestone, and right now the the Preds are still holding solid as the top wildcard team in the Western Conference. And the Braves continue their series with the Washington Nationals after getting destroyed last night. First pitch is going to be at 6:20. That's not really the story. The real story is that the Braves have called up their number 5 prospect in the system. That is Bryce Elder. He's a former Texas Longhorn, and he will be getting the start tonight. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, your flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, and home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three John 104.5 The Zone. What up, Nashville? Brent Doherty with you. There's Don Davenport.
Hi, let's go. Happy Tuesday to you.
The hair is out of the ponytail now.
I mean, you know what? If I'm going to live this terrible looking hair life, I'm going to live it big.
The humidity getting to Dawn. She does not have straight hair today.
I do not have straight hair anymore. Thank
Wavy.
you, baby Babs.
Yeah, so do you have to work to make it straight every day?
Yes.
Because I know
Why do you
people that
think
use the straightener
live-
thing, and that's hard. Like, that takes time.
And I have a lot of hair. Like, it's super thick. Lots of it.
Yeah.
So
I might have said that in a different way earlier.
yeah,
but yes.
you did. Appreciate that. You probably should work on your phrasing.
D.
there.
Snyder came up earlier.
Perhaps phrasing.
I'm down about my reputation.
There he is. He's Ron Slay.
What up?
I'm in the building. Best believe I'm in the building.
Better be ready.
I'm in the building. Car ain't got no rules. Time for the show.
Ron Slay is ready for the Tennessee Tech game coming up tonight. The Wood Bat game.
Show enough.
Blake Tidwell pitching for the Vols.
I want to be a pitcher in a wood bat game. This is going to help him.
I would
big time,
love
right?
to see you
Up as you
pitch
are.
in a college baseball game.
Babsy.
Don Davenport.
Babs will come off at mound.
Yeah, you saw my first pitch with the Sounds a couple years ago.
She got something hidden out there.
You think she'd go high and tight? Just
She
start
can
it up.
Low and wild.
Definitely inside.
Low and wild. You can watch the show Zone TV, Twitter, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Hey, that's
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Hey, can I just give a shout out to our partner, Slay, for bringing me an extra cookie today?
Hey.
An extra cookie.
I mean, brought me a cookie.
Oh, you made it sound like he brings you a cookie every day, which I didn't even know about.
Oh,
What's
no,
going
no,
on with
no.
you guys?
No.
We might slide one over on the
No,
side.
he made sure that when he had his cookie, there was an extra one because probably he knew I was going to try and steal
Yeah.
half of his anyway.
Yeah.
So, see, this is what I do. Can I just have a bite of
Yeah,
that? And then
yeah,
people
yeah.
just start getting your own.
Yep, that's right.
You know who else does that?
You.
No, my wife.
Oh.
And I know what it means every time.
Yeah.
So
Just go
here's the
ahead and
thing.
give it to her.
Like,
Yeah.
Slay's trying to be good, and he goes and gets, like, the deli sandwich.
Hey.
And
But
then,
then
he gets cookies.
2 cookies with it.
Right. Yeah.
Yep.
And God knows what's in that lunchbox over
Oh,
there.
this is, hey, some good stuff in there. Be well. Hunk.
Beware.
615-737-1045. There is a lot going on today.
There
Girl, I need your
is.
charger.
We are talking
So-
about Titans first round draft pick,
Yep.
but the list of stuff that's come out today. Can I just hit
I
something
used to
real
call it
quick?
the topic roster, which is
Right.
very lengthy. I didn't read through it earlier, but I might here in a second. Yes,
Okay.
what you got?
Well, I was just going to hit on the Max Prep tweet talking about Arch Manning and his ties to Virginia. And,
That
don't
was
count
weird.
Virginia out. I'm like, I don't care how great Elliott is as a man and a coach. And he is, by the way.
Yeah.
Tony Elliott.
Tony Elliott,
Mm-hmm.
who took over at Virginia when Bronco randomly stepped down. That was bizarre.
Bronco Nagurski.
Bronco Mendenhall.
That's the name.
That was bizarre. But I don't care. Arch Manning ain't going
Yeah.
to Virginia.
I mean, we talked about that on Friday, but all I knew then was Peyton Manning's wife went to Virginia because I remember when he was dating her back in the day that I was at UT. And yeah, they got married and had kids, and they're still married and all those things. I didn't know about the sister. What's her name? May Manning?
Yep.
How cute is
May
that?
May.
What's the cutest name?
See,
Well,
I think
May.
it's pretty ridiculous, honestly.
You do?
Yeah, I go the other way on that.
Because the haters gonna hate.
What month was she born in? If she wasn't born in May, then I'm really going to have a
I
problem.
guarantee it's May. It better be May.
May Manning? That's
probably
cute.
that's
gonna
probably
be
a
May.
grandmother name or something, middle name or maiden name or something. Hey, this is what I was gonna say though. Go.
No.
Yes.
Go.
I will. When's the Justin Timberlake May date where everybody goes crazy about it? It's going to be May.
Huh?
It's May
I don't know.
1st.
It's coming up. Probably
May
May
1st.
1st.
May 1st?
Yeah.
Where everybody goes crazy. It's
Yeah.
going to be May. You
Yep.
don't even know about that? Now you're going to know, and you're going to see it all day on social media.
I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Arch's mom graduated from Virginia, and his sister goes there. So there's more. Of
I
it.
would think though that the Mannings have ties everywhere. We're doing the football,
Right.
the passing camps. Like, dude, they done had so many people work them camps and come through the ringer. And
You really want to go where your sister is?
My brother went where I was.
That ain't bad.
Yeah, he loved it.
By the
An-
way, I
an
have found my
entire-
Yeah,
birthday.
guess what though, Bounce? I would love it too. That's your brother.
He had an entire. I loved it because I loved having my brother there.
Right, and he gonna love it because he got all your homegirls there.
Oh.
100%. You just nailed it.
Okay.
Slay.
Oh,
He
Okay.
loved
Man,
it.
what?
He's like, oh yeah, my
Well,
sister's
she
in
on
a
the
sorority.
volleyball team,
I mean,
sorority too.
he was like, yeah, I was in a sorority too. So he
So he was in the house
He
all
was
the
the
time.
go-to
Man, I gotta
date
clean up
for
the house
everybody.
every time, man.
Did you hear that? The go-to date for
Dude,
everybody.
what y'all need
Yeah.
over here? What you say?
Oh, then Arch is smart because May Manning plays volleyball for Virginia, so she has volleyball friends.
Oh, get this
my-
off the top shelf? Okay.
This is the Davenports all over
Let
again.
me ask you,
I
why,
have
Slay, why
found
you
her
got a
birthday,
shirt?
by
Why
the
you don't
way.
wear a shirt?
When's her birthday?
I would never wear a shirt.
It is not May. It is March 12th.
Oh, too bad.
So
Hey,
she could
my old coach
she
is the
should've been-
volleyball coach at Virginia. I need to go. I
That's
need
really
to call
funny.
him.
She should have
you
been
do.
March because then it would be March and Arch. How did this not happen?
May
Come
Manning.
on, Cooper.
May Manning is the cutest name ever.
Listen to him, March and Arch.
March and Arch.
Anyway, so
Tell
that's
him
one of
Marge
the
sent you.
things. That's one of the things that we saw today.
When they're in the old
That I was
people's
like,
home,
"Are
man.
you kidding me?" Like, and I'm sorry, Virginia alums. Don't. I'm not coming at you, but Arch Manning ain't gonna be a Cavalier.
Nah, he ain't coming up, man.
Pudding day at the assisted living place?
March Murphy said pudding.
Oh, you want to
Arch
make it
took
even
it.
weirder? Arch Manning was born in May.
That's why they
May
did it.
Manning was
go.
born in
That's why they
March.
did it. That's why they did it. Role reverse.
So they named her after his birth month?
Come on. Now you with it.
It's all about him, isn't it?
You feel me? And then the March got the arch in the M when they go over the top.
Like McDonald's?
There's a really good athletic article. I've only made it through half of it, actually, because every time I get interrupted about Arch and how he wants nothing to do with like
Any of
the red carpet, the
Yeah.
make him the big deal coming on a recruiting trip.
Yeah.
He hates it,
Yeah.
which is why if you look at his Twitter account, he is following 0 people.
Mm-hmm.
Like a bunch of people follow him and there's 0 tweets. That's not his style. He wants
That's cool.
wants to be under the radar, which I mean, you're Arch Manning, you're never going to be under the
Yeah,
radar.
like yeah,
but
me too. Listen, if my grandfather, my uncles all played in the league, and my dad is talked about like he might as well have played in the league, I want to fly under the radar too,
Yeah.
because you ain't never off the radar.
okay,
like-
well, what school do you go to
Now that's gonna be tough.
if those are?
That's got to be.
If that's something that is important to you, that it's not here's the red carpet because you're Arch Manning.
Georgia.
Mine would be huge. Relationship, man. The relationship and the culture of that team, man. That's what I'm buying into.
See,
it ain't no question about it.
And that's why I had heard from a little birdie that Texas was in because
Mm-hmm.
Cutcliffe was there. But
Right.
now Cutcliffe is
Yeah, but
With the
he's with the
SEC.
SEC. I wouldn't be surprised if Cutcliffe just jumped back in once Arch decides where he's going.
wherever he's going.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the topic roster real quick. Grizz ready. Vandy women's bowling at it again. LeBron ain't in charge anymore. Who do you want the Titans to take with their first pick, which we'll do here in a second?
LeBron ain't-
Hunk repping multiple schools. Congressional committee tells Federal Trade Commission it has evidence the Washington Commanders engaged in unlawful financial conduct impacting visiting teams and season ticket holders.
It's not
It's
a crazy.
fascinating.
Warren Sharp has Titans O-line information that will interest you. We'll definitely hit that. Travis ATM, we can go ahead and knock this one out. On missing all of 21 with Liz Frank injury. I forgot about him.
Mm-hmm.
Amidst all of the Jaguars drama with Urban Meyer, quote, if there was any year to miss, I missed a great one, end quote. DD was behind the lines with Pitt. DD is sitting over there. Hi.
Hi.
There she is. Slay wants to know how fans
That would be Babs for everybody that listens.
Slay wants to know how fans would treat athletes if the athletes publicly treated their careers from an unemotional business-like perspective, which I think is an awesome question, which you actually asked last week and we didn't hit on it. But no emotional ties to the city, no emotional ties to the team. Everything's about the business. That's it. And they're fit.
Yep.
USFL, we knocked this one out too. USFL hoping to use a football that glows when it crosses the goal line.
We might as well turn into flag football and have the flags glowing off the
Why
hips.
do you not like this?
See, I like it.
Somebody
I
want
think
no
it's a
glowing
great
football.
idea. We have all this technology and we still use a human's eye to spot the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
That's kind of bunk,
It's 2022.
right?
I think the football's not always glowing, just when it crosses the goal line.
it's gonna be making a mockery of it.
But it'll save us time.
No.
It'll save us time.
Listen to old school guy over here.
Nobody want the
Screw
ball-
technology.
Yeah. He's got
We're
a-
not changing the way
He's
we
got a
do it.
40 sitting on his front porch in a rocking
Now you
chair.
see what's gonna happen? Okay, now when they cross the goal line, what they gonna do is go pull out some sunglasses and put them on and be like, "Oh, the ball's too bright," and start doing all kind of weird stuff. You're opening a can of worms.
615-737-1045.
Leave the game alone.
And by the way, I literally will never open a can of worms. Like, throw that in with the skin. There's more than one way to skin a cat.
You want to skin the cat or open the worms?
I'm not opening the worms. Doc in Nashville. Doc, what's up? How are you? Titans first
What's going on,
pick.
guys? How
What
are
do you
you
think?
Okay, here's my thought.
All right.
Follow the logic. John Robinson, at the beginning of the cycle, when we were at free agency, we all thought we need a tight end, we need a wide receiver, we need an offensive line. He has tackled 2 out of those 3. We've got a good tight end. We have a good replacement wide receiver. Now, we're sitting at 26. I don't want to trade up. I don't want to lose any of the assets that we have, but we are in a prime position to potentially get ahead of the curve for next year, which we assume will be the last year of Ryan Tannehill.
Mm-hmm.
This is why I land on Desmond Ridder. Now, the consensus around him is he's good. He has a high ceiling, but if you can give him some time to incubate, he can potentially reach that ceiling. That's why he's my pick. I know it doesn't technically address a need we have right now, but we need to be able to sustain this franchise as opposed to just peak and then go into the valley for the next 10 years.
I love the use of the word incubate. That was
Yeah,
good.
me too.
Doc, I'm fully with you, and most people argue with me when I come with this point. You've got to be thinking beyond Ryan Tannehill right now. I know, like, everybody, all the talking heads are saying this isn't a good quarterback year, but if you're evaluating quarterbacks and you fall in love with the guy and Desmond Ridder turns out to be a Pro Bowl caliber quarterback, get him. Get him. Let him incubate. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
And develop. And then you're ready for post-Tannehill.
And really
with
good
Desmond
job.
Ridder.
Really good job explaining why you would take them. That's what I want to hear from today. That's why. Why would you take them? I like that.
Yep.
And he didn't want to move up, so that's what's up.
All I'm saying is you better be damn sure that that's your guy.
And
If you're,
see,
if
that's-
you're
that's my
doing
thing.
that.
Dude, I think J-Rob's in a place where he better be damn sure the first-round pick, no matter who it is the guy.
Yeah,
I
you're
can be
right.
talked up on Ridder.
615-737-1045.
Are you okay with his early accuracy issues?
Really not okay with any quarterback, Babs. I just can be talked into it.
If there's one
I
you
don't
could be
want
talked
none. Yeah,
into,
it's Ridder.
it's Ridder.
Ridder.
That's where I am.
Yeah.
615-737-1045. Who do you want the Titans to take with their first pick? Doesn't mean it's at 26. Maybe you want them to trade up. Maybe you want them to trade back. He mentioned offensive line. Slay found some offensive line stats today. We'll roll that to you next. You're going to want to hear it. 1045 The Zone.
How great would it be to wipe out credit card payments or some high interest loans, maybe a car payment? Imagine your monthly cash flow without those payments. You can do it. Loan Pronto can help you do it with a debt consolidation refi. Loan Pronto is awesome. I know you hear me talk about them a lot, but I utilized them to do exactly that. They can help you use the equity in your home to your advantage. It's a smart financial move. And here's the deal. Your home value is up. Inflation has been good for your home, and you can refinance your mortgage, take that money out, and pay off credit cards, eliminate PMI charges, pay off personal loans, pay off high interest debt, whatever you want to do with that. Financial freedom is a beautiful thing. And here's the deal. Mortgage rate might go up a tiny bit right now, but a lot of people that are doing it cut their monthly payments by $900 a month. So why pay 20% interest when you can consolidate it into one low payment with a mortgage APR in the threes? Loan Pronto. Call now. You could even skip your next house payment. 615-499-5780. LoanPronto.com at 615-499-5780. 5780. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
3HL 1045, The Zone. You down with OPP?
Yeah, you know me.
Oh, man. The Grizz are ready. Grizz news. Ja Morant. Check this out. Ja Morant led the NBA in paint scoring this year.
Ja Morant.
He scored more points in the paint than Giannis, more than Embiid, more than everybody. He's 6'3", 174.
I was just gonna look up his
That's saying a
official
lot.
listed height.
But that's part of why he's like my son Will loves the Grizzlies, and literally I told him you should do a podcast. He knows everything there is. He watches every game, all that. After he does his homework. But I told him the way Ja flies to the hoop, like he's gonna get hurt. And he falls awkwardly all the time, and now he's got like this lingering knee thing, and they say he's okay. But I do worry about him because of how acrobatic he is.
Yeah.
So with him,
can you dial that back or no?
not.
I think he's learning how to fall properly.
I don't even think it's that. I don't think it's so much about the falling. I think, like you said, you got to figure out times and places when to do it. Like Derrick Rose is the only person that I can think of that went to the hole like that with reckless abandon. And you saw what happened with him. You know what I'm saying? Now,
it's the contact you take while you're in the air
all
and
of
then
that,
the
man.
fall and all that.
All of that. And then if that's your game, I think Derrick Rose will go back and tell a younger Derrick Rose to pick and choose his spots, especially over an 82-game season. You know what I'm saying? And going into the playoffs is different. Like that's what's going.
You got to pick your spot.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how they do in this play. That's like I'm holding all my thoughts about it until you see what they do in the playoffs in this first round. Because with him doing all that scoring in the paint as a guard, the floor, as big as that floor is,
It shrinks in the
shrinks,
playoffs.
man. You know what I'm saying?
I think they would love to dial it back in the first round and win with a dialed
A different
back
type,
deal.
a different type of way.
I don't know if they can, but
That's
I
the
mean,
thing.
they're 20-5 without him, so maybe. They have put together, by the way, that front office has put together an unbelievably talented young roster, and there's a lot of like low dollar contracts on that team. So they're positioned to be good for a while.
Yeah.
Through, acquisitions with money that they will have available to them and the young players that they have now.
That's going to be the problem, though, with this man making all pro.
I mean, even John Conchar, who no one knows who he is, had a triple-double the other day. Like, I mean, it's crazy what they've got going on in Memphis, and we will be following. They finished number 2 in the West, won a franchise record 56 games. That's after starting 9-10. They haven't won a playoff series since 2015, and they will host the winner of tonight's play-in game, Clippers at Minnesota, 8:30 tonight on TNT. They'll host Game 1 on Saturday. Cavs at Nets, also play-in game. Winner plays the East 2 seed, which is Boston, beginning on Sunday. Who would you take with the first pick? Here's where I am on this deal. Antonio still wants to talk about the glowing ball, which I can't wait to go down that path. Slay's against it. Don and I are for it.
Slay
Wide
doesn't
receiver.
like technology. He still has an Android.
Hey, man, I wish y'all could have seen the computer I had before this one.
Oh, speaking of Android. So I'm riding in the car.
Left turn.
I'm riding in the
Speaking of
car.
Android.
My man Drew Doherty, the 11-year-old in the house,
Double D.
he's sitting there. We're coming back from some baseball tournament or something. You text something. So it pops up on my dashboard in green. And Drew Doherty goes, "Hey, Dad, why is that message in green?" And I go, "Well, it's a group tag. So if, like, not everybody in the group has an iPhone, it pops up green. If everybody in the text chat has an iPhone, it pops up blue." And he goes, "Dad, all my friends that have phones have iPhones." He goes, "Is that an old person thing?"
Hey, listen to Drew. Listen to Drew. Don't take no. Ain't no turn.
And he loves Uncle Slay. But
That's what I'm saying.
out of the mouths of babes,
Come
that
on,
was a
hey.
legit question from
Double D. Listen, man. Dude,
Hold
don't
on.
conform.
Hit it again, Hunk.
Talking about that hair flowing today.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Hey, man.
What says you?
Hey, man. No, that ain't no old thing. Don't conform, man. Just because, listen, kids out there, man. You be who you are out there, man. Don't you never make these people be who they want you to be. You be you. Whatever your passion is, you chase that passion.
Here's what happened.
Mine happened to be with androids.
Slay got a free Android when he's playing at Tennessee, and he never switched. That's what happened.
Is that that's what this is all
We
about?
can't even change the name of the group chat to 3HL. We can't even change the name because it's green.
Yes, you can. I changed it on mine.
No, it's
Not on ours.
No, not on ours.
Mine says the name of this group is 3HL.
Yeah, you're just. Well, I'm glad that it's great and easy for you, Slay.
I forgot to tell you about that. I thought that was the funniest thing.
Hey, Double D,
So
listen,
good.
green is for go. That's what that means. When I text, just go. Just say what you got to say. That's what that means.
That's what Mr. Babs texted me. Was like, oh, technology, Slay doesn't like that. That whole Android thing.
I'm rocking with what I rock with.
NFL draft news. Bama wide receiver Jamison Williams, despite tearing his ACL in January, so 7 months out. Slay, you were less than 6 months, right, on your ACL?
6.5.
And that was way back.
Yep. No, it wasn't way back. It was in 2002 is when it was, yo. Way back, like it was in 76.
I mean, they didn't have, yeah.
You were in the
It
training
was
room.
different treatment back then.
You and Artist Gilmore were in the training room.
The brown knee brace and stuff. No, man. No, it wasn't that long ago. Nope, it wasn't.
Massive fro. I mean, yeah, I love
Converse
it.
went out on you.
So
wearing with chains, gold chains. Yeah.
So 7 months for him obviously would be July. So, you know, what do you get from him this year? He ran a 4.39 at Alabama, visiting Philadelphia today. So if you're wondering where in the pecking order that is, that's pick number 15. So Jamison Williams, despite the torn ACL, getting love in the middle of the first
He
round.
went and ran a what?
4.39 when he was at Alabama. Not after the injury.
Okay, yeah. Guess what? Man, go ahead.
No, what?
I'm willing to bet money. What, Babs?
By the way, TK says in 2002 he was in the 3rd grade.
You feel me? That wasn't too long ago, TK. It was good education back then.
What are you willing to bet money on?
I'm willing to bet money. He runs a faster, yeah, this is true. A faster 40 now that he had that torn ACL.
I think you're right.
Why?
I can guarantee it.
Because they make you better now.
Man, you get
They know
so
how to do
much
it.
stronger. Like, listen, I was
Is it
probably
because
squatting.
you focus on the rehab around
and then
it?
that, and then it's just like your legs and everything, your balance, everything is so much more in focus for you. Like, I was probably squatting about 335, 370, somewhere between there. I went up to 555.
Oh, wow.
Squatting after my ACL. I could never dunk off one leg, ever. I was always 2-foot jumper. After I tore my ACL,
Me too.
I could dunk off one leg. Yeah, me too. But that's the thing. Like, I'm telling you, man, like, ACL, you come back different, man. It's different. I'm telling you. It is different.
I like 2-foot jumpers because you explode off
You
that
do.
second step.
You do.
Yeah.
But that one leg was serious.
Boy, that time I dunked the tennis ball.
Oh, you was up there?
Yeah, I quit. That was it. I was never going to get a basketball.
Hillsborough don't know what they missed.
They didn't know what they missed. Georgia pass rusher Trayvon Walker visiting all of the top 5. Jacksonville, Detroit, Houston, the Jets, and the Giants, among others. Oregon pass rusher Kayvon Thibodeau, Dawn met him, visiting the Lions, Jets, Giants, Texans, and others. Also Philly and Atlanta. So that's some news. The Jordan Reed with ESPN has the Titans taking Arkansas wide receiver Treylon Burks at 26, which I think we would all be good with.
Babsy, you got me concerned. More so with echoing what Greg Cosell said about Jordan Davis, which I saw it too. Is this a situation where he slips? Is this a 2nd round pick? As talented as he is?
Maybe.
That's tough, man. Golly, that is tough.
6'3",
that's
225, Treylon Burks, 4.55. The NFL comparison on the NFL website, when I went looking for his combine information, send you to NFL.com. The NFL comparison they wrote was A.J. Brown with more wiggle.
Wait, Burks?
Yeah.
If you listen to the OTP with their tour that they're doing right now, every single one of them on there love Burks.
I love the OTP is on tour visiting with the people. Where are they tomorrow?
Tomorrow they're actually going to be in Jackson, Tennessee. They're going to be at the is it Hop City Brewing is where they're going to be over there in Jackson. Matter of fact, they just wrapped up at Tennessee Tech earlier today.
Nice.
Hub City Brewing. I apologize.
Yep. So I want a wide receiver. So Jamison Williams, 6'2", 179, 439. Treylon Burks, 6'3", 225. He compared himself to A.J. Brown. Chris Olave with Ohio State. Coach Mack was talking about him with us last week, 6 foot 187. And then you've got some other guys. Like I keep talking about speedster guy. I need a speedster guy.
Yep.
Tyquan Thornton at Baylor ran a 4.28. 62 receptions last year, 948 yards and 10 touchdowns. He's 6'3".
That is big and flying.
With 4.28 and 182. Calvin Austin III, Don's guy.
Boy.
He's a pocket person. You can fit him in your pocket. 5'9", 162.
And
That's little.
fast.
Very fast.
4'3", 240, 74 receptions, 1,149 yards and 8 touchdowns at Memphis. And Velus Jones, who had he was a combine story for sure. 6 foot 200, 4'3", 140. Had the 62 for 807 and 7 touchdowns, but also led the nation in receiving yards combined with return yards. 18 for 272 in the punt return game. Kickoff returns 24 for 628 and a touchdown. Velus Jones. So those are some of the dudes that I like.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah. No.
I love how you always ask if you can ask a
Yeah,
question.
but this is both of y'all. And Hunk too. So I need y'all to tell me who you would take, why you would take them.
At 26, Treylon Burks.
Okay, that's who you want.
Yes. Now,
Best available.
I would love to be able to move back and acquire picks since that Julio Jones thing didn't work.
That's
Second
where I
round
am.
and fourth round gone because of Julio.
Okay.
I would love to acquire some picks.
I'm
not moving up for nothing.
Not moving up for nothing. What is the glaring need? You saying with receiver?
Speed receiver, offensive line.
I would go offensive line.
Who you want?
Best available offensive
line.
Now, if you want to get creative, I'm with Brent on the on trading back if you can. And my target would be the Detroit Lions, who have a pick at the 32nd pick because that's the Rams.
So you don't want the first round pick?
No, hold on. You trade that pick. You trade back with the Rams and give them your pick, but you also pick up their second, which is literally 2 picks later at 34. They pick at 32 and then the next day at 34.
I love it. Give me 2 second rounders.
Yep.
But I agree with that. I was trying to search through it before the show to see who has 2 picks.
You were asking about that.
I couldn't find it. But yeah, I'm with that. If you can't get who you want at that pick.
Slay sent this from Warren Sharp. Speaking of the offensive line, and this will make Dawn further go down that offensive line path and solidify her point. Left tackle Taylor Lewan hasn't played a full season since 2017. Left guard Aaron Brewer allowed the most sacks of the remaining O-line. Now, he may not be the left guard as part of that. Center Ben Jones, 10th best center per Pro Football Focus. Now, that's a little misleading because in the run game, I think he graded out number 2, something like that. Nate Davis, right guard.
But that's not the problem.
Right. Nate Davis, right guard, 75th of 94 guards in pressure rate allowed. And Dylan Radence, they have at right tackle, which I think the Titans would love to play him at right tackle, I think, before all is said and done. He ends up inside personally. But 14.3% pressure rate, 111 out of 111.
Okay,
He
but
started
I
one game.
pointed out he played one
One game.
And in that one game, the 49ers moved their pass rusher to the other side. So
We sure did.
I thought, and Vrabel thought he held up okay there too. I mean, obviously there are mistakes you can point out from that game, but I mean, because clearly they didn't think up until they had no other choice, they didn't think he was ready. You know, because you didn't see him until that point in the season. So
Mark on YouTube. What? Mark on YouTube. You can watch the show on Zone TV, Twitter, Facebook Live, YouTube, or Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Mark writes, Velus Jones is going to be a good get for someone. Velus is used to fast offenses, and he is 24, so he's experienced and matured and led one of the top offenses in the NCAA. I think Velus Jones is going to have an immediate impact in the league. From the people I talk with, especially in the return game, and then work his way in to the wide receiver rotation. So yeah, I look, if they ended up with him as one of, because I think they're going to have multiple wide receiver picks. I think that would be great.
Fitzpatrick wasn't a speedster coming out, was he?
I
I'm gonna go back and look at my notebook.
Yeah, I'll have to look him up.
I'm gonna go back and look at it.
USFL starting up this weekend, right? And
This week?
Yes.
yeah, and they're going to use they're hoping to use a football that
See,
will
that's what
glow when it crosses
That's
the
what
goal
I'm saying. The battery is gonna run out,
Ding.
and they ain't gonna glow, and then people going to go look for some batteries to put in the football.
So what if it like malfunctions and guy just runs an 80-yard touchdown when he crosses the goal line? It doesn't glow.
That don't count.
That's not a touchdown.
Nope. And see, that's what I'm saying.
Ball spotted at the 1 yard line.
Yeah, never crossed. It never glowed.
Tony the Stud next up, 615-737-1045. What up, Tony?
What would you call that, Ron? Down by contact?
No, I would call that down by no glow.
No glow?
Let your soul
man.
glow.
Ain't no soul glow in it.
Yeah, so I kind of we've kind of chatted about this idea back and forth previously. This has come up over the last several years. By the way, Don, you probably don't even know you pulled off them Titans colors really well today. You probably weren't even thinking about it, but looking good, girl. Here's the thing. With
It looks like
the
that
kids.
on
Looks like it on camera.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's really like South Beach.
It's kind of like
Well,
that Easter teal.
Teal.
Like an aquatic green-blue thing.
Somebody
Uh,
needs to fix them cameras. Well, here's the thing with the chips, in my opinion, guys. The chips are a great idea. Electronically, with today's day and technology, you can darn near get away with doing something like that. The glowing football part, I don't necessarily agree with. I think it'll be cool to see, but here's where I think where you start to get into issues. When the elbow goes down or when the knee goes down, where it goes down, and when the ball might have crossed the plane after the contact or something like that.
No,
So,
dude. Glowing ball, touchdown. I don't care.
Well, what if you stretched out the glowing ball?
I don't
across
care.
the plane,
Touchdown.
But your knee was down.
Touchdown.
Well, you got to look at it still, right?
No, glowing ball, touchdown.
Well, that's where
I want
I'm
more
at
scoring
with it.
anyway. I don't care.
Tony the Stud is right here on that one.
No, he's not. Here's the
So
thing.
I think that if you implement into that chip in the football,
what?
at some point, you're like, we've got a
Chip.
clear view
Oh.
of the ball crossing the plane, but you
We're
still
good.
don't have a clear view of where the player was down or what portion of their body touched once they were crossing the plane, which
Yeah,
I think
Tony,
would still cause
You're
you to
going
look at
way
it.
too far into
So
USFL.
let me tell y'all this. Let me tell y'all this. Appreciate it, Tony. This was
Thank you, Tony.
okay. They ought to also start doing this. Since a chip is in the ball, when it's a pile up, they ought to be able to scan through the human bodies and see where the chip is to see
here
where
we
the
go.
ball really. You feel what I'm saying? If we're gonna go all in, let's go all in.
Like at the airport?
Come on, man.
When we all went through and
There
they held
go.
you back?
X-ray right through them.
And they held you back? Remember that?
Yeah, Babs tried to smuggle a Gatorade in my bag.
That did happen. That did happen. I forgot to get it out.
You cannot
Slay,
cross the
grab
goal
that.
line with a Gatorade in your pocket.
No, I remember when she told Slay, just put this in your bag. And I went for it. All right, here, give it to me, Babs.
So I told you, I said, hey, we're going to go get a place to sit down and eat, get a
Set
beer.
you up.
And so I run into Babs. She's like, where's Slay? I was like, I don't know. It's security. He can't find his bag. They
Back
took
there
it somewhere.
smuggling your stuff. That's what he doing. All the stuff
Welcome
you
to
gave.
KHL. It's your
See?
initiation.
Listen, to all you media people out there that might want to take a run at us in our parking lot after because we're just beating your heads in, Slay's got our back. 615-737-1045. Who do you want the Titans to take first? We'll be right back.
I just asked the boys. I said, when is Mother's Day? And Mayor goes, oh, I better find out.
It's going to be May 8th, y'all.
May 8th, y'all. So, hey, guess what? You can start early on your Mother's Day present. I've got you covered here, and it's called A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. It's easy. Guys, they will take care of you. Everybody loves spa gifts, and the woman in your life, the mom in your life, would love a day at the spa because as a mother, I realized that sometimes one of the best gifts is just a little break. We all need just a little break sometimes, and a moment's peace can help deliver that. Here's the deal. They have at least 10 different services, and they're all in one place at a Moment's Peace salon and day spa, from massages to manicures and pedicures to tanning, waxing, facials, you name it. They have it all. They even have a full hair salon there with over 20 stylists ready to pamper your mom in your life. All you have to do, go on their website. Gift cards available 24/7, amomentspeace.com. That's amomentspeace.com, or give them a call at 615-224-0770. 224-0770, or just stop by. They're right there at the intersection of Carruthers Parkway and Bakers Bridge Avenue in Cool Springs. A Moment's Peace Salon and Day Spa. Get your Mother's Day taken care of early.
3HL 1045 The Zone. Who's that, Lord?
It is Lord. Slay, do you know what song she's singing?
Yeah, I know the song.
What's the name of it?
I never know names of songs.
I know the song.
I refuse.
Nailing it. Nailing it.
We don't care.
Oh my gosh. Diamonds on your timepiece.
Yeah, Babs.
Here's
Guess what I
your
was gonna
hint,
say? This
Slay,
Babs'
and
song.
don't say the answer out loud.
What?
What was today's word on Wordle?
Oh,
don't say it out
Don't
loud.
ruin it for
Don't
people.
say it out loud.
Good Lord. Now all these people are going to post on social media one-word guess on Wordle.
It was
I just said don't say it. You got it wrong.
It's not ruler.
I know what it is.
Tomorrow's word should be ruler.
I do like that song, though.
I know that's your jam.
Dude,
Yeah.
Lord, if I remember this correctly, like she didn't want any part of the fame or anything like that. Like she just wanted
Right.
the creativity and the outlet there. So she did that
forgot
record
it.
and then that was it.
Where'd she go?
You know who who I always get her
So she
confused
took
with?
it to the house,
I get her confused with
like Britney Spears.
MIA, the paper planes girl, woman. Lady.
Oh.
Because they got that same kind of little voice a little
Well,
bit.
the other day when I played Lord for you, I don't even know why I did, but where were we? In my car or something? I don't know.
In Arizona.
Anyway, you thought it was Sia.
Thought it was her too.
Yeah.
See?
Chandelier. Which is
Yeah.
an awesome song.
That's a jam too.
Same type of, like Sia won't show herself in public, will she? Has she
Nope.
done that yet?
Nope.
I don't think she showed her face ever.
She hadn't.
Hey, she can sing now.
Kind of like, what's her name? What's her name used to have?
She can almost sing better than Babs.
Lady Gaga.
Lady
Almost.
Gaga tried to be like a legit artist without all the stuff and didn't make it. That was her story. She did some like MTV shows and you can search
Did
it.
she?
Yeah.
What you mean what you mean?
Like without all the get up.
Oh, no. That's part of the thing.
That's what I'm saying. She made it with all that. But I mean, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's kind of how we all made it.
Black Eyed Peas, baby.
A lot of
Why did I just, what did Black Eyed Peas have to do with that?
I don't know, but you eat that January 1.
Yeah, you do.
That's true. 615-737-1045 at 3HL 1045. Hey Hunk, do you have Taylor Hearn? Hunk sent this in the text feed the other day, or was it today? It might have been today.
It was today.
We get so many texts.
Might have been last night.
What we looking
Anyway.
for?
Taylor Hearn, he's a pitcher for the Rangers.
Oh.
So he's doing like post-game media availability, and he gets a question from the media, and the question,
Hey, you. Hello.
the first one she managed to do completely silently. It was amazing. It was like Groucho Marx-esque.
it.
You would have been great in silent films. But the second one had to let that one rip. But anyway, he takes a question from the media. Well, the question he takes is from his sister, who is in the media. This is really cool. Check this out.
You were able to bounce back pretty well through the second and the fourth. Was a mentality different? Was there somebody in the stands or in the press box that you were kind of itching to kind of do well for? Because, their job is on the line, depending on what you say today.
Is it?
It is.
Oh, okay. I guess just being a big brother, you try to set the best example for you, and try to basically do the best I can. I know I'm gonna fail, and more so just trying to, like I said, be the best example, and hopefully being able to let you know that no matter what you go through, that to not waver off your faith. And definitely don't doubt God, for sure. For me to be able to sit here and tell you that I'm sitting here 3 years ago after 2019, I wouldn't even be able to believe you. But honestly, to have a very supportive sister like you means a lot. You sacrifice a lot just for me to be in this aspect, and I honestly can't thank you enough. And so seriously though, I know you went without a lot. Gymnastics, all that type of stuff, cheerleading, just for me to get to the situation. And I don't think you really know, despite the results. I didn't really care if I won the game or we lost or whatever. I was just more happy to see that you were here. So as a big brother, that means a lot to me.
Well, I'm happy you feel that way. Thanks for making me cry. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Proud of you.
How about that? Would your brother say nice things like that about you? If
He
we asked
probably
him questions?
would. He's like the best dude ever.
And if we asked you about all of the movie roles that he's had that have impacted people.
Hey, by the way, he's in the thing about Pam tonight. Again.
Is this a series or this
It's
a
a
movie?
series, and
Okay.
it's the final episode tonight.
Oh, here we go.
It's actually really good.
I'm so proud that you're watching it.
Aren't you?
Yes.
It's very hard for me.
Yeah.
It's hard for me to watch it with him in like such a prominent role because I'm like watching my brother. So it's hard for me to distinguish the difference between like watching my brother and watching like the story, because I'm like, oh, I know what he's really thinking with that look, like it's just weird. It's awkward.
One of my best friends called me yesterday and told me that. Listened to me on the radio. He said, hey, man, you know what? When you first got on, I was like, man, that's my boy on the radio. And then he said, sometime I'll be listening. I'll be like, man, what? Man, that's just Slay talking. He said, but then you'll say something, and I'll be like, damn, how you know that? So I know what you're saying, man.
Yeah.
Totally.
It's crazy.
615-737-1045.
He pitched 4 innings, allowed 1 run, and struck out 6. Good for him.
Oh,
Love
yeah,
it.
you got to do that.
5 o'clock hour coming up. We've got tons for you next. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
Good evening. I am Joe Honk, and Anthony Firkser is now a former Tennessee Titan as he has just signed with the Atlanta Falcons. Last year, Firkser had 34 receptions for 291 yards and 2 touchdowns, and he is now heading to the ATL. NBA tonight, the Clippers will be taking on the Timberwolves at 8:30 on TNT. The winner of that game will be in Memphis on Saturday afternoon to take on the Grizz in the first round of the NBA playoffs. And the Nashville Sounds are in Gwinnett tonight to start a 6-game series with the Stripers. Now, first pitch is going to be at 6:05. The Sounds were supposed to go up against Bryce Elder of the Stripers, but he was just called up to the Atlanta Braves to make a spot start. Elder is the number 5 prospect for the Braves and is a former Texas Longhorn. All he did is just drive down the interstate, and now he will be pitching tonight in Atlanta for the Braves against the Nationals. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, and home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Yo, what up, Nashville? 3HL is on the air. 5 o'clock hour. We're going to move fast. Quickly, even. Brent Doherty, Dawn Davenport. What up, Dawn?
Hi.
She looks like she's wearing Titans blue on the Zone TV feed. She's not. I don't know how.
It's more of a teal. It's more of an Easter color.
We go back to what color's the dress. Remember that on social media?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gold or blue. That was so
Gold or
long
blue.
ago. There are kids that have no idea what
I was
we're talking
overseas
about.
when that was going on.
Yep.
Were you?
I remember coming to practice like, what the heck are y'all talking about, dude? Stupid.
A lot of people wearing gold overseas.
A lot of people said it was gold.
There he is. He's Ron Slay.
What up, dog?
I'm in the building.
Yeah.
Best believe I'm in the building. Better be ready. I'm in the building. Car ain't got no rules. Time for the show.
Just to clean up a little something from the previous segment where I said, I think Lord just wanted to do that record and then take it to the house like Britney Spears. Number one, people were like, don't compare her to Britney Spears. Like, that's not comparable. I know. I was just, off the top of my head.
Britney Spears is about to have another baby.
She pregnant.
Hey,
Congratulations.
she's a pregnant.
Britney is preggers. How old is she?
40.
40, yeah.
She's your age.
She's an 81 baby. What
when
about
she
the
was-
81 babies?
So when she was making that Hit Me Baby One More Time video, you were right there.
Saying whoop. I was probably saying whoop that tree. Whoop that
Oh,
tree.
Memphis
Get 'em,
Grizzlies.
whoop it. That's, yeah, sure will. Hard out here for a pimp. If you ain't seen the movie, go see that before this playoff start up so you'll know what the Memphis Grizzlies talking about. You ain't never seen it?
No, I have
What's the name
no
of the
idea what
movie
you're
I'm talking
talking
about?
about.
I don't know names of anything.
Golly, what's the name of the movie? Terrence Howard? Ludacris? Come on, Slay.
I remember I was at the, we call it the Other Planet. I was at another radio station
Come on.
up the street, and Luda was
Just
just
Will from the Ville when
Hustle
you
and
need
Flow?
him. Hustle and
Hustle
Flow.
and Flow. Damn it.
Got to go watch Hustle and Flow
Yeah.
before this Memphis Grizzlies playoff run so you know what's going on. Go ahead.
So anyway, he was just hitting, Luda was, and he had a bus that, like, they were rolling around in a bus, like country music people.
Yeah.
Luda. What are you doing?
Man, going crazy over there, man.
My skin itches. Like
Where?
everywhere.
I know, but
Do you think I have a fungus or something?
know.
Like,
It's probably from that Titans blue shirt you're rocking.
Yeah, I don't mean to laugh because what if you do have a fungus?
right?
You know?
hey, man, I know Buff used to be like, Babs, go sit down. Just go sit down. Get out of here with us. Go sit down. Don't bother your brother.
Right.
Sitting here itching.
Look at this guy.
Hey.
All right, so Tennessee Athletics puts out Vol for Life and former Vol Hoops standout Steve Hamer promoted
Salute.
to Director of Letter Winner Relations. In his
Yes,
new
sir.
role, Hamer will take the lead in developing a comprehensive approach to ensuring that all letter winners maintain a meaningful connection with UT. I love that. I've known Steve Hamer for a long time, really well. He is one of the best people you will ever meet if you meet him.
And more colleges need to be taking on this responsibility as far as having someone able to connect with former Letterman women and men.
Bridge the gap.
Thank you.
Volunteer Asphalt writes, no one knows if this is great or that Steve Hamer is competent of succeeding in this role. Tennessee media is going to Tennessee media. Really?
What?
That's what you're going to go out there on a limb, just try to be negative,
Hey,
man,
come
about?
on, dude. Like,
About
just
Steve
hush.
Hamer getting
Just
a
Hush.
role at Tennessee?
Hush. Zip it. That's what they did. Zip it.
Do you not have anything better to do, man?
No.
Than to run down one of the best people you will ever meet.
Man.
Get out of here with that.
Yeah, that was bunk.
By the way, I'm moving on. So to clean up, so Lord, I said, put out the record and then left, hit the road, took it to the house. Evidently not. Dreams, Big Dreams wrote, Lord was just at the Opry.
Oops.
Gary wrote, Lord put out her third album in August of 2021.
Oh, my gosh.
I really need to work on my Lord knowledge
Apparently.
before we do 3HL. Asphalt.
Whoops.
That's the same guy. He came at me about something else. I can't even remember what it was. And I said, you put the ass
That's
in
the asphalt guy.
asphalt.
Yeah, that man, just be cool, dog. We want to see everybody. Like when you taking on things like this, because what's missing out of these universities, especially with this transfer portal thing and all of this stuff, people leaving early, is still being able to have that connection to the university and also being able to come back and talk to someone that is still connected and in the know, man. Because you feel there's a lot of times these universities offer things that you cannot, that you want to go back and get your degree or things of that nature and get in touch with people, but you don't feel comfortable enough talking to somebody that comes along. But if you put an athlete in that situation or somebody that's well connected throughout the nation as far as VFLs go or whatever university it is, I'm much more at ease when I call and talk to Steve Hamer than I call and talk to somebody that just was hired 3 months ago.
He is such
that I ain't got
an
no clue
awesome
about.
person, man.
You know what I'm saying?
telling you.
Yeah, that's at all universities. I'm sure Vandy has that.
Yeah.
Whatever it may be, man. Like that's what's up, man.
So Volunteer
That's what's up.
Asphalt LLC, choose a different battle, bro.
Yeah. Check
The only times I've seen him tweet, he just come in with ridiculous crap
Yeah, that's good.
out of his company's
Sometimes
name,
people-
which is interesting to me.
Sometimes people get bored, man. They get
Vanderbilt
bored.
women's bowling, they're bored with winning.
Oh, straight up.
So I saw a story about them. They're at it again, bro.
What
Vanderbilt women's bowling's in the Final Four again.
They balling with bowls.
They beat Alabama
balls.
State and Arkansas State to get to the Final Four. They're looking for their third national title.
Man, well, y'all go and take care of that, Vandy, man. I'm gonna go talk to. I'm gonna hit Steve Hamer up and tell him, hey, man, we need to get this bowling thing going.
Yeah.
So we can go take it. The women's bowling.
So
right?
Tennessee's attacking Vanderbilt at baseball. Now they need to attack them at women's bowling.
We'll meet y'all on the backside. We'll come around. You know what I mean? Let y'all have that for a minute. We'll catch y'all going through the back door. We got something for you.
But Vanderbilt's fully funded in bowling, right?
Are they?
I think that's right. Yeah.
That's what's up.
Because Vanderbilt is the only SEC school that does not have volleyball. Instead, they have
That's a substitute.
women's bowling. Mhm.
Okay. And we had
It's
it
one
in
of
the
the
bottom of
substitutes.
the student center. It was a class.
I took it. It wasn't an easy A.
It's not easy.
I hate it
don't
when you-
know anybody that got an A or a B
It was
in
serious
bowling
one.
at
I got an A.
Auburn.
It was serious. I
No,
got
I'm talking about at Auburn.
I got to be.
Oh, is it harder at Auburn?
Yeah, it's really hard because
probably
it's
a
like
real
the
one.
history of bowling, and then your game has to improve in the
Yeah. It
class.
sure do
for
gotta
you.
improve. It sure
Otherwise,
do,
like
yeah.
I couldn't roll the
So
straight
gotta-
ball and do what I needed to do to get an A. I had to learn how to do that.
That's why.
stupid
That's all I
hook
can
thing.
got. That's all I got is a straight ball and the arrows.
And
I'm
just-
cold with the arrows though.
Yeah, you just roll as hard as you can.
Yeah,
Arrows.
man. What? I could never do the curve, but I need to.
It
because
was.
of
It was at
class.
the bottom of the university center
Yeah.
back in the day
Yeah, bottom of
at
the
Tennessee.
university.
That and the history of rock and roll.
Yeah.
I thought easy A.
History
No,
rock.
dude.
That's really hard.
It was one of the most interesting classes I ever took and one of the most difficult.
And
honestly.
you'd be surprised at everything they put under the umbrella of rock and roll. That was pretty cool. So, yeah.
Alex writes on Twitter, you can reach us there at 3HL1045. CJ Black, one of the more underrated Vols of all time.
Without question.
From
Still
Chattanooga.
leads. Well, it's tied now. Single season, Eves tied him. I think he's still the
Block
leader.
shot. Yeah.
He's still the overall leader, though.
By the way, did you see Yves Pons in the Sports Center top 10 with the block
party.
where he hit his head on the rim?
That's what he do. That's why I was telling him, bring cups with it next time. It's a block party. Bring some cups. Bring some desserts. Bring everything you can.
We were talking about CJ Black because there was a video that somebody tweeted us where Tennessee and Memphis were fighting back when Slay was on the court. And I asked him, why were y'all fighting that day? And he goes,
don't like 'em.
You go, we don't like them.
We don't like them. They don't like us. It's cool.
That's still,
It's understood.
I mean, that holds true to today.
That's right. And somebody put on the chat where they thought CJ Black went to school. He went to school at Chattanooga Brainerd. So salute to Chattanooga Brainerd. Coach Robert High.
So does Vanderbilt not have a women's softball? They've got women's bowling. They've got soccer. Tennessee has soccer, but Tennessee has softball.
Soccer and softball, yeah.
So did Vanderbilt
And
just sit
volleyball.
around and go, hey, what can we dominate in? And just women's bowling. Let's go.
I mean,
Is that how
it's
it happened?
working.
You think
Why,
they looked at
yeah.
a list?
I think they had a meeting. They had those little sandwiches cut into quarters. and-
Babs, you got me itching.
Sorry. I wish Vanderbilt would start volleyball.
Yeah, they need.
Oh,
I
they
think
don't
they would
have
be
volleyball,
good.
too.
I think they would be good at it.
Why?
Don't you think?
Because
I don't know.
Yes, I do. Because I think
good
from a recruiting standpoint,
it's
you could
easy to
get
get
some
in,
really talented volleyball players that
They can meet the requirements
want,
that they have.
Yeah, that want the education aspect of it. Because there's very few volleyball players that are going to be able to go to the next level and put a career, turn volleyball into a career. There's
my
not a lot at all.
Little sister went there if they had a volleyball program. She probably would have decided to go there.
Who do you want the Titans to take with their first pick? Dawn said offensive line. I said speedy wide receiver. Take the top off the defense wide receiver. Stretch the field wide receiver. Slay. What did you say? Anything offensive? Is that
He
what
said,
you said?
I said
best
best
available.
Oh, best available. Yes.
Even if it's Jordan Davis.
Yep.
You answered first, which was 2 hours and 10 minutes ago. So
I had 3 different answers. Really 4.
You kind of
protect
did.
yourself.
Yeah, really 4.
It's smart, though.
Yeah, Alvin will lead us off when we come back. What do you want the Titans to
Tomorrow?
do? Maybe trade up? No, from the Chipmunks.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
trade back? 615-737-1045.
Come on, Dave.
Hi, I'm Ryan Kelly. If I could tell the younger version of myself just one thing, a little less partying and close loans faster. The 21-day closing guarantee, only available at thehomeloanexpert.com.
It's okay to use a wet nap. It's okay to use a napkin. It's okay to use a paper towel. But me, I prefer to lick my fingers after I eat my wings. That's right. Strikeout wings. Yeah. That's right, people. You talking about some delicious chicken? Yes, indeed. I got the place for you. Strikeout wings, man. You cannot go wrong. 2521 Nolensville Pike for now. Or at 123 Ewing Drive, the original Princess location. That's where you can go, man. I'm telling you, don't lose at either one of them. The Sweet and Sassy, this is the home of it. But what I like to go with, and I'm going to tell you real cool, Sweet and Sassy with the lemon pepper drizzle on that junk. Oh, my goodness. Do you hear me? My homie hit me up the other day, slipped, and said, man, where can I get these wings? Are they really that good? I said, come on, man. Come on, you think I'm going to lead you down the wrong road with some food, dog? No. Come on, that's where you got to go. And guess what? Ladies and gentlemen, coming soon, new location. Yeah, same Kool-Aid, though. Blister Kool-Aid. Still, I got wings.
thing I do. Babs knows the dance.
Oh, wow.
That's that part.
I went with my wife to see NSYNC at Nissan Stadium. Here it is. It's coming up.
It's only the 12th.
I don't even know what day it is.
Why are we
Okay.
fast forwarding?
What's
I was
the
talking
date?
about Mother's Day. That's not until the 8th.
Yeah, when we hit May 1st, it's go time.
Yeah.
Oh, better get on it before then.
Yeah.
No, so I went and saw NSYNC with my wife at Nissan Stadium, and Cisco opened for them.
Really?
The thong song.
Yes.
Nice. That was a while ago, huh?
Man, you were open for NSYNC?
Yes.
Silver hair? Still had the silver hair?
I couldn't tell from where I was. So they had the I never know like what the north end zone and the south end zone and all that crap is in football stadiums, but they were on the end zone, like if you're facing the end zone and the river is on your left. They were in that end zone. Is that the north end zone? Going toward Clarksville? We were on the other end where they have the houses, you know, like the unexplainable houses.
No clue.
Anyway, yeah, Cisco, thong song. He looked like he was like 3 feet tall, that guy, but I was far away.
It said no. It says he's little as all.
Little as what?
I was gonna say little as hell, but
so you want best available? Slay the GM.
No. So what Slay wants? I posed
what
the
Slay
question.
wants. Slay gets.
Slay said if best available was Jordan Davis, I want him. Who I'm taking with that pick.
Well, I want you to
Traylon
clarify
Burks.
that. Okay, before we get to Traylon Burks.
Okay.
Jordan Davis, because of what Cosell said, look, he's not a third down guy. So
Right.
if you're drafting a first-round defensive tackle, then, maybe you need somebody that will offer more on more downs, all
Right.
that stuff. But to your point, with what the Titans need, that guy becomes a rotational defensive tackle where you don't lose
Yep.
a lot, and guys are able to rest a little bit and give more when they come back in. Like, that actually makes sense to me.
Yeah, it's a monster right there. But what I want, I like the speedster. I just don't think Jameson Williams will be right there. I think the next available guy that'll be there for us, and that's what I'm looking at. I think it would be Traylon Burks.
Traylon Burks, if you look at, I Googled his like combine stats, right? And the NFL comparison, they wrote this from the combine. NFL comparison, A.J. Brown with more wiggle.
I like it wiggle.
By the way, Cisco, 5'4".
Yeah, it's a tiny guy.
Dang, I didn't know he was that little.
Yep. Then after
Pocket person.
pocket person, put him in.
Put him in your pocket.
After him, I said the glaring need to me is offensive line. If you can't get what you want right there, then try to trade back and get 2 picks in the second round.
If you can't get what you want, you
For the
get what
first
you
one.
need.
But you
The
got to
Rolling
scurry.
Stones taught us that.
Yeah, you got to scurry and do that.
Scurry. Then, so to Don's point, Don
So that's
is
4
like,
different options, Euro.
Davenport's like offensive line.
Yep.
That's where she wants to go. So you can trade back and get that, or are you going to trade up and get somebody?
I feel you breaking up my scar tissue if you do that, though.
Are you talking to me about trading up? No. No trading up.
And Babs, she talked me out of
You look so
quarterback.
confused.
I'm confused right now.
Why? I mean, we're talking about offensive lineman, Cisco, and NSYNC.
Right?
I mean,
it's gonna be me.
you were literally doing the puppet dance like 5 minutes ago.
I know, and I just pulled it up because I forgot it, and so I was like, oh, I need to. I totally have it down
Bone
now.
up for a wedding dance? Like,
Yep.
what's going on?
Yep.
Hey.
Got
If
you
you
covered. We're all going to do it
Listen,
tomorrow together.
If you ever get married again, we can all do that dance at your wedding.
2's my limit. Thank you, though.
Zone TV, you can see Dawn do the dance. Twitter, Facebook Live, YouTube, and Twitch. I mean, these are the things you get. 615-737-1045. Alvin is in Nashville. Alvin, what do you want with that first pick? Theodore. I'm sure you've never heard that before.
I haven't. But I gotta say, I really feel like we should trade back and get an offensive lineman. The reason I say that is because you gotta look at Ben Jones. He's getting old. You gotta look. I know Don said this is the year right here. You gotta hit everything, but you gotta look at the future as well. Like Ben Jones, I say give him a year. Taylor Lewan, I think they'll probably cut him off next year. I think they're gonna do offensive line. I'd rather you trade back than do an offensive lineman because they have so many receivers in the draft. And also, I wanted to touch on Don. Please don't smack me, but I really feel like Cam Newton wasn't trying to say it's all women. He was saying women that act bossy or that wants to be a boss. You gotta kind of mellow out. Not saying that you gotta cook every day and all that, but you want to be a boss. You say you're a boss. Well, a boss do all this and all that. I think that's what he was trying to say.
Yeah, but he said be quiet and cook. I mean, that's
if that's what he was trying to say, he did a really crappy job.
Yeah, you did a much better job
of
than he did.
getting it out.
I'm just gonna hang up for this.
Thank you,
Alvin.
I think Alvin is. I can agree with that. That
What,
trade
with
back.
Cam Newton or trade back?
No, I'm trading back.
I'm trading back to take a receiver, though. I'm not trading back for offensive line. I mean, you need to get offensive line.
I mean, there's a ton that are mocked to go early.
Offensive
when you're talking
lineman?
about offensive linemen, yeah.
So I guess you go snatch them.
You know why? Because you always need them.
You can't have enough.
You just need more Oceano plays. And what I mean by that is, like, Tannehill takes 2 steps as Oceano and throws the ball.
No, we don't need those plays.
No, that's
where we are with the
my
offensive
entire point.
Yeah, we don't need.
No, we're
what
good.
I want them to draft. That's my entire point.
Yeah.
You need like 6 seconds, then Oceano.
Yeah.
Correct.
Let me work this into NWI.
Because guess what? Ryan Tannehill isn't great when he doesn't have time. All the stats are out there.
Yep.
All the numbers and the analytics about how he is when A.J. Brown and Julio and whoever, Derrick Henry's on the field. It's all out there.
Mayor of Jolton said that intro got me wanting to run through a damn wall. In sync? Really?
Did he?
Wade Evans, fun fact, 3HL. I got grounded at that NSYNC and Cisco concert because I knew every word to the thong song. LOL.
Oh, well, man.
Wait, did
famous.
you go to that concert with your parents?
It's really popular.
He may have been like 12. He may have had to.
I mean,
What
I
was
went
that,
to
about
New Kids on the
2000?
Block with my parents.
Did you really?
Yeah.
I went to New Kids on the Block at like 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, not. I'm old.
Whoa, y'all all looking at me like, you for real? Yeah.
What's wrong, Slay Dog?
Hunk, how old are you?
37. It was like 1990.
Dang.
Yeah. So I went with my older cousin that was 16.
Hunk's the baby.
The baby of the group?
Well.
615-737-1045. The baby. John, what happened to him?
He's still running around.
John in the borough. John, what's up?
What's up, everybody? Honestly, I want them to take offensive linemen in the first round, and I want them to take either Bernard Raymond or Kenyon Green. And then in the third, because since they don't have a second-round pick in the third, I want them to address wide receiver by getting Calvin Austin.
We're gonna do some reaching out to Calvin Austin and see if we can get him on too.
That is 5'9", 162 at Memphis.
I have his number.
And he ran.
Yeah.
I think we need to tap in.
And he ran that kick back. Mississippi State still pissed about.
Still.
Yep.
I worked that game.
So
Had to be my first question after the game for Coach.
Kenyon Green is a top 5 lineman.
I was gonna say,
I'm not sure if they'll.
I don't think he'll be there.
That's the only problem. So okay, when asked this
Texas
question,
A&M kid, by the way, if the name doesn't click, yeah.
That's why when I picked the people that I wanted, I was looking at the range that they're falling in, and that's why I went with guys like Jordan Davis and Burks, and which I don't think Jordan Davis should be there. I'm saying if he slid there, then is that a steal that you're passing on? That's all I'm saying.
615-737-1045. A buddy of mine texted me and said, you got 2 more years with 22, which I've said on this show before. That's the expected lifespan right there, I would say, for 22. Here's the thing about running back, though.
That's your window, right?
That's your window, I think, with him. Now, who knows? You're
but
at
you
least
can't have
open.
rookie quarterback, I don't think.
But here's the thing. I think a switch to a rookie running back's a lot easier than a switch to a rookie quarterback. That's why I don't really care about, what's next after Derrick Henry right now.
In this league today.
Yes.
Now, do the Titans find a running back to fill, Derrick Henry's shoes?
What's going on with you guys?
Man,
this girl over here is just itching all over her body. You've got gas.
Yeah, I don't know what happened right there. But once Derrick...
Don't say that. He just has air bubbles.
Yeah, thank you, babe.
Air bubbles? Who says air bubbles?
Yeah, that's what I had.
That's a diagnosis?
Mm-hmm. Straight off
WebMD. Yep.
Hey,
you know it.
So the thing is, if we got 2 more years for Derrick Henry, and I know this is looking way, way, way in the future, do you change your offense then? Once Derrick Henry is gone? Because the reason that's the offense is because you got that monster back there, right?
Yes. And, I think, whatever's next at quarterback might have something to do with that too.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see.
Man, can you see the Titans outside of a ground and pound?
Well, I mean, this OC ran Derek Carr stuff and with the Raiders. But,
mm-hmm.
I mean,
the
Titans
have to.
The Titans
got to.
I think you have to
conform, yeah.
Yep.
When they've been the most successful, they've been ground and pound.
Don't conform.
Yeah, I told him not
Except
to.
you probably have to.
Yeah, you ain't got no choice.
Yeah.
615-737-1045. Hit us on Twitter at 3HL1045. Jonathan on Twitter. My mom took me to that NSYNC show. See, a lot of y'all went to that show.
Wow.
He said, I was 8. Cisco had her mortified. It wasn't just Cisco. It was like there were like 8,000 people on stage twerking before twerking was a thing.
Wow. Just a begin to it.
John in Clarksville. John, what's up, man?
How's it going, fellas?
Hey, Ray.
Good.
Tom, saw you on the new commercial at about 5 o'clock yesterday morning. I thought I may have dreamed it, but that was a great commercial. Beautiful young lady.
Thank you. He's talking about my daughter, by the way.
Oh, baby Babs.
I put baby Babs in the commercial.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey,
Superstar.
you got me slapped at the state championships down in Chattanooga. I pointed out to my wife, I pointed you out on the sideline and told who you were, and she knocked the crap out of me. Hey, guys, something they need to think about. They need to get early. I know y'all are going to think this is crazy, but they're going to have to get a running back because I just think the King, after this injury, is not going to be anywhere near himself.
Oh, I think they'll draft a running back also. I do. Tight end, wide receiver, wide receiver, offensive line, running back.
Golly.
No defensive pick.
It is hard. I'm just telling you, to come off a foot injury like he had to have, had and had to put the plate and everything in. That messes you up, and it's going to be hard to make a comeback on that.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
See, I don't know if I agree with that though, because I think and I understand why he's saying that. Because of the injury, because of the surgery, and because of what we saw in the postseason. But I think he was still coming back a little too early there. Do you know what I mean? Yep. Like, you just can't expect, like, hey, here, like go, pick it up.
Yep.
You haven't been physical and done anything at that speed.
Mm-hmm.
There is such a difference in speed when you're talking game and training and rehab and all of that. And here, just jump right back in it and you'll be fine. So I'm not ready to say that he's not going to be himself.
Yeah, what if he was ready to be back, but they still should have given Deontay Foreman more run in that game?
Right.
Yeah.
But that's hard, too, because then we would have sat on this radio show and said, well, why, if he's good enough to be back, why aren't you giving the ball to Derrick Henry? You know, so, I mean, it's catch-22.
Derrick Henry in that game, 20 for 62. That's 3.1 yards per carry, a touchdown. His long run was 9. Deontay Foreman, 4 carries, 66 yards, 16.5 per carry. His long was 45. You can make the argument that Cincinnati completely, and I don't remember. I went back and watched the tape, but I don't remember, like, are they in cover 2 because Deontay Foreman's in there and they're thinking pass? I don't know. But those are the numbers. A.J. Brown, by the way, 5 for 142 in that game.
Yeah. Sometimes it's just it's rhythm. Sometimes too, man. Like
rhythm as a nation.
Yeah, we've been saying it. That's why I feel the way about Deshaun Watson though. Like Cleveland putting all this, like this man done missed 2 years, man.
Yeah, you've said that the whole time. Take away everything else that's going on, and he hasn't been active in game-like conditions in 2 years.
He ain't played no football like this.
Or has it been 2?
It's been a year and some change when it comes out. He missed the full season. He'll miss a part of this season, and then during that season when he was missing, he wasn't able to go out there and practice with the team, even though sometimes he showed up.
Just saying on Twitter at 3HL1045, I love Tyler Beatty, he said, from Missouri, day 2. 1,600 yards, 54 receptions, 0 fumbles.
I love that kid.
Yeah, me too.
I got to talk to Savage here about these O-linemen because, if we got resources, I'm going to tap into them. So I can't wait till he come on Thursday, too, to see. Because I know that's a spot we got to hit. It's just, man, that first-round draft pick with a lineman.
I'm trying to remember.
It's funny. People are saying they want that, but when it happens,
that's
y'all going to be
exactly.
Our phone lines are going to be lit with offensive linemen.
Exactly.
Even though they need it.
Unless it's a guy that you can get, but they probably won't be available like the ones Coach Sale was naming or the tape that you saw on Trey Smith last year when they are just mauling people. A person that late in the first round in a draft where they're taking linemen up towards the top of the draft order, man, I don't know if it's going to be tape out there to soothe you after drafting them. Like, be able to, oh, look at this tape, man. Oh, he's really getting down. Look at him mauling people. I don't know if we're going to be able to sleep on that.
I've got 3 speedy wide receivers, mid-round guys to tell you about when we come back. 615-737-1045.
Hi, I'm Ryan Kelly with thehomeloanexpert.com. High interest rate credit cards starting to build up? Is it time to make some home remodeling projects a reality? Well, our average client received over $54,000 with a simple cash out refinance. What would you do with an extra $54,000? Let's get the process started today. Apply online at thehomeloanexpert.com.
That was sweet.
Hey, go Yard all summer long with $5 Dinger Tuesdays on FanDuel Sportsbook. This season, all customers will get $5 for every home run hit by both teams when you place a $25 to hit a home run wager on Tuesday MLB games. What day is it today? Tuesday. Here you go. Best part about Dinger Tuesdays is even if your bet loses, FanDuel will pay you $5 for every home run. I was listening to my friend Will Bowling and my friend Joe Hunk, and they both said Matt Olson Braves. So, they're big baseball dudes. Let's go Matt Olson with the Braves. What are you waiting for? Pick your own home run hitter. Turn big swings into big wins. No better place to bet it than America's #1 sportsbook, and that is FanDuel. Head over to your FanDuel account or download the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Sign up using promo code DAWN, DAWN. That is promo code DAWN. You do have to be 21 and older, and President Tennessee bonus issued as non-withdrawable site credit expires in 7 days. Max bonus $25. Restrictions apply. Full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Gambling problem? Call the Tennessee Red Line, 1-800-889-9789.
3HL 104.5 this home. Y'all going at me because I went to an NSYNC concert. Cisco opened. I've seen a lot of concerts. Some things you do for your lady. I went to Ricky Martin.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I did.
That's a good one.
I went to 98 Degrees.
Yeah, I mean, y'all coming at me for going to NSYNC. A lot of people are on my Twitter feed telling me they were at the same show. NSYNC, man. NSYNC was obvious, though, that Timberlake was going to leave them.
Yeah, because he was so talented.
He was so much more talented than the rest of the dudes, Lance Bass and those guys. And I think a couple of them live here. They were awesome at what they did, whatever you think about NSYNC. They were awesome at what they did, right? But you start to think about, like, okay, Justin Timberlake's the guy. Like, Harry Styles was the guy in whatever the hell that band was. And at some point, what band was it, Hunk?
Oh, I forgot to.
See?
But it's still so funny. Be like, yeah, whatever that band was.
Whatever the hell that band was.
My niece loved it too.
But you start to understand, like, you want to split this 5 ways or 1 way? You know what I mean?
What you start to understand when you're the star. One Direction.
One Direction, yes.
One Direction.
I was just looking it up.
That was like the aftermath after NSYNC and Backstreet Boys.
I took the kids to see that one too. Over at Nissan Stadium.
My wife took
You
took her niece to go see Justin Bieber.
I've not seen Bieber.
And I mean, like, young Justin Bieber, not like now Justin Bieber.
I mean, how old is he?
I think he's like 25.
I still view him as like 17.
I think he's supposed to be in Christian rap or something now.
Is that what he is?
Supposed to be.
Canadian Christian rap?
It's supposed to be. I doubt it, though.
Praise the Lord, eh?
Yep.
He's 28.
Beauty, eh?
When they still in the 30. He done lived a lifetime.
5-star wide receiver in the class of 23, Johnny Cook, on his recent visit with the Texas A&M Aggies, quote, I still ain't seen no football trophies, end quote.
Sir. Golly.
Boom.
See.
Guess he's not going
Guess he's not going there.
Dang. Darn, Jimbo. Coming up my man neck.
Johnny Cook, the second.
Jeez.
I still ain't seen no football trophies is a great quote.
Where is he going? Texas?
I mean, I don't know. I just thought that was funny. All right.
Don't come up to Knoxville with that mess, man.
Oof.
We got trophies up there, though.
By the way, Knoxville suddenly has 4 scholarships available in basketball.
Yes, they do. They had to clear the cabinet.
It used to be 1.
Yep. That's cool, though. It's all right. That's year after year. You see this transfer portal turnover.
Oh, yeah,
Drew Pember did good, though. Devontae Gaines did good. DJ Burns did good. They transferred out. I'm not sure what Jalen Johnson did.
Somebody told me that just going through this.
Drew Pember could have helped this year, though, boy.
He could.
Sheesh.
He could shoot it.
There's a lot of them that could have, right?
Mm-hmm.
Going through recruiting and stuff, just talking to people, the transfer portal is really affecting kids coming out of college. I mean, coming out of high school and where they go.
Yeah.
So across all sports, I was told like 42% fewer scholarship offers for kids coming out of high school because of the
portal.
portal.
They will get the ready-made guy in the portal.
So they got to go like smaller school and work your way up.
Man.
It's almost like a developmental league type thing that's forming.
And then you know what's wild too, man? Like I just saw on social media, Chris Johnson coming out of Oak Hill Academy just signed with Clutch Sports Marketing Group. So you can sign with an agency.
He hadn't even decided on college yet?
No, he's going to Kentucky.
Oh, Kentucky.
But you can sign with an agency and it'd be about the NIL deal because you can have somebody market you and all that. But Clutch Sports, like Clutch is an agency.
Yeah.
So you just transition right over to.
Meanwhile, these kids that are going
dude.
into the draft, like either if they sign with an agent, they can't come back.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what's the difference?
That's wild, man. This. Ooh. College sports and high school is wild.
You asked a great question in a meeting, and we're going to spend more time on this tomorrow. I meant to get to it earlier today, but Mike Detillier coming up tomorrow right out of the chute. So we'll talk NFL draft with him. He's one of the best. Our favorite, for sure. And Todd Furman tomorrow. But Slay's question was, he wants to know, you want to know, you're sitting right there, how fans would treat athletes if the athletes publicly treated their careers from an unemotional, business-like perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning none of this, like, I love the team, I love the city.
Yeah. I'm here for the fans. I'm playing for you.
The whole time they're like, well, my deal's up in 2 years, and we're going to see what my role looks like on this team and where I can get more money. Like, what if they just openly talked about that?
Right. What if they took the role of the franchise?
Because the front office is always talking about the business.
There you go. And the funny thing is, I was listening to Savage talk this morning on J. Martin Ramon, and he was saying, when it breaks down and you have a leader, like all year long we heard about Tannehill being the leader, and you didn't hear from him after the season was over. Really, you didn't really hear from him.
Locker clean out.
Yeah.
He didn't speak to anyone.
A.J. Brown was the only offensive guy we heard from.
Right.
So with that being your leader, like.
That's a terrible look, by the way.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you look at it as, man, we need our leader there. Man, I got us. I'm going to lead for the fans. I'm out here with my brothers. I ain't going to let y'all take all these strays from me. I'm going to stand up and talk. But that's from the player's perspective and the fan perspective. Like, John Robinson didn't have to come out and answer no questions about that, even though he did. He came out and shedded some tears.
But lots of GMs don't.
And it's okay.
Most don't.
And it's okay.
I mean, he's the first GM I've ever seen.
And it's okay.
That emotional.
But we do want to hear that from the players. Why?
That's true.
Why do we not want to hear explanations
because fans
from
connect with the players emotionally.
Exactly.
That's why when I say, like, hey, if I can get a first and a high second and another pick for A.J. Brown, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And they get mad
Mm-hmm.
because they don't treat it like that. They don't treat it like a business. So you get emotionally invested in these guys.
Yep.
Because you can relate to them, right?
Supposed to be.
It's a really interesting question.
Mm-hmm.
Because there are some
Would you
guys
blame
that
them?
are like that. I mean, like Antonio Brown's kind of like that.
Right. But would you blame him, though?
But nobody's
Well, and
getting
he's
emotionally invested
disliked.
with Antonio Brown.
He is disliked.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, people don't like him.
Now he was loved before.
But they used to.
Mm-hmm.
But has he always been that way?
We'll find out Thursday. We have Savagery. But when you got guys like Le'Veon Bell and people like that and everybody that wants to go get the bag,
Right.
then it's almost like, darn, man, what about your team? What about the city? What about the fans? Why do you want to play for the love of the – but the franchise.
Because fans are like, man, they would give their right leg to be able to be in that position to play in the NFL or to play Major League Baseball, whatever it is, right? Like, so that's when they can't relate to this is just a business to a lot of guys. I know you do, and I know you do. I know people that are just good at whatever sport it is and don't really like it even.
Right. Big dude.
Walking down the hall. He walked on down the hall.
And to bring it back to somebody we had on a couple of weeks ago, Charles Oakley, even his book says he was a better football player than he was a basketball player, and he was getting recruited by Ohio State in football. And he said, nope, I don't like it as much. I'm going playing basketball because that's what I like. And he went to it.
He turned out okay on that too.
Yeah, but he went to an HBCU, which instead of going to Ohio State.
Virginia Union, yeah.
But that's the thing, though, man. Like the franchise gets to get away with it, saying, "Hey, man, this is a business. This is a business decision. Like fans, y'all live with it. You'll be all right. Trust us." Well, me as a player, hey, man, this is a business decision. I got to make it for me and my family, man. I understand we got something special here in Tennessee, but
it's like when we had John Robinson on, and you asked him about Julio Jones because there was all that swell of groundswell of support for bringing Julio in, and you asked him about that. Like, will that have an impact on your decision? He's like, what did he say? Like, if it does, if I think like that, I'm one of them. I'm a fan in the stands. Yeah, I'll be there with him.
Mm-hmm. Well,
meaning it's a
fans.
Business.
It's a business.
Right.
And that didn't work out. Second and fourth round pick for, what did he have, 22 receptions? Something like that.
Yeah, that's tough.
I mean, you win some when you lose some.
Yeah, because you got a 6th round in Robert Woods.
When you skip a rock across the water, sometimes it skips 6 times. Sometimes it skips once.
Go blop.
Sometimes it doesn't skip at all.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just hit the guy next to you. I don't know.
With the rock.
Intentionally, right, Babs?
Babs would know.
Boy, Babs had a good show today.
Yes, she did.
Good job.
And you
There
just
go,
looked
Babsy.
marvelous. You looked fantastic, too. Just letting you know.
You told me I looked like an 80s rocker. A male 80s rocker.
She's talking to Brent,
This
not
is where
Joe.
we are.
A male
She's talking to
80s
Brent,
rocker.
not Joe.
T. Snyder might have come up in the conversation. I don't know.
I told you not to screw it up. You screwed it up right off the bat.
Speaking of that, you can hear that again here in about 5
there
minutes.
you go.
On the
You can
3HL
hear how it
after party.
all went down.
If you want to, 80s. I think I said 80s rocker hair metal band frontman.
Frontman, yes.
Well, you had
Thanks
the
for at
wavy-
least giving me frontman.
You had the wavy hair. All right, more of us next. Love y'all. God bless.
See ya.